You know what I want? I want a map of the United States in my house so I could stick little pins in it like that big-headed freak from Mask.
I loved when he was so disappointed by Ben. Look, I'm not going to Europe with you. He just couldn't picture the 12-hour flight with that stupid Down syndrome skull next to him.
That huge freak head.
Yeah. Poor Rocky Dennis probably had to take 2 different headphones and tape them together so he could watch the on-flight movie. Here's a Ray. Comb your hair. We're leaving.
Had to buckle up his head.
Wow. Sir, could you check your head, sir?
I'm sorry. You can't sit in the emergency aisle. Your head won't fit through the exit.
I love when the blind girl feels his face, and you can see that internally she went,
oh, Jesus.
God. Why? Big smooth-skinned idiot.
It was smaller than the Triceratops head she felt in Jurassic Park. And more attractive. Less attractive.
Less attractive.
Hey, let me get that out of the way.
With that, let's say hi to Bill Burr. Bill Burr joining the program.
Hey, gentlemen.
And Bill's coming to Boston with us.
Yes, he is. Hometown.
Worcester, Boston.
Worcester, Boston, yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're playing Worcester because I'll tell you why. The mayor's still holding a grudge up there in Boston for our little April Fool's prank we did. It's 8 years ago.
Mayor's, I know, he holds a grudge.
It was 8 lousy years ago.
Come on.
Joke's on him, though. Worcester is gorgeous.
So we had
this time of year.
So we had to take the O&A traveling virus and take it way out of Boston. Because we couldn't get permits or anything. He's making it really tough for us to succeed in Boston.
So years ago,
stayed away.
Yeah. Years ago, Opie had to get a brilliant idea of saying that the mayor of Boston was dead when he, in fact, wasn't on April Fool's.
Maybe you were happy making crap money. I decided to make a lot more money for us, and I knew how to do it.
I was just happy to be there working.
I knew how to do it.
I didn't think it would get us fired, but
it was time to open up that door and go from black and white to color. Like the Wizard of Oz.
Ran out on a rail, though, man.
I knew the game back then. You can't do that anymore. We've talked about it many times on the show and in interviews, but yeah.
When you screwed up, you screwed up.
That's right.
And that's what happened. And they escorted us to Connecticut and told us not to return. And now we can come back. We do a show, but
we interrupt this program to bring you the Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Wow, who saw this coming?
Not me.
Frank, what's going on?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey.
I live in Belleville, and I saw this stupid little midget. Little black midget with 2 stupid ponytails in her head, a stupid little hot pink mini shirt with blue jeans, standing waiting across the street with one of her stupid normal friends.
Sounds very stupid.
A lot of stupids in there.
Was she doing anything that was odd for a midget? Besides breathing?
Across the street, looking up at her friend, just going, God, I wish I was your height.
If midgets did things that weren't odd, they'd all be tugging on their own umbilical cords. That's what they should be doing.
Of course, she was just hoping that her mother wrapped the umbilical cord around her neck.
Right.
My favorite midget stories, though, they're good midget sighting, by the way. But my favorites are the ones where they see them in supermarkets or various things. And what I mean by silly sighting is when the guy goes, I saw a shopping cart that I thought was moving on its own. And then I looked and saw those little Vienna sausage knuckles fingers on top of the little thing that pushes the cart, and realized it was indeed a midget.
And then there's just, they can only buy half of what's in the supermarket because the humiliation of having to ask some 19-year-old kid, could you please grab me that cereal?
I did a gig down in Baltimore. There was a midget couple right in the front row.
How do you do that now? Do you goof on them or think it's too hack?
It's way too hack.
I don't think it's hack if they're in there. Like, if they're right in front of you, it's just tasteless and awful.
I just remember one point I was making fun of how short Hitler was, and I just all of a sudden just felt real self-conscious.
Oh, yeah.
That word came
Why, did he have a little mustache? Oh,
no,
I get it.
I'm such a dope. I didn't realize it's a joke. Actually, no, I was talking about his height.
Oh, I got you.
All right, we should have asked if they each only had to drink one drink. 2 straws, please. It's a 1-item minimum for you, fella.
Hey, Frank, thank you.
They came in on each other's shoulders with a long trench coat on. Just paid for one. Little rascal style.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
Yeah.
The O&A traveling virus, yes, presented by Bud Light. So it's this Saturday at the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. And we're broadcasting live from WBCN this Friday. And I was talking to Dave Wellington, and it sounds like they're going to throw a party for us when we broadcast live Friday morning. So
That'd be nice.
supposedly, the first 104 listeners that show up outside BCN will get free tickets to the O&A Traveling Virus.
104. Gee, what number is that? Where'd they pick that number out of?
And what else we
That
got
old
going
gag.
on, Steve?
Harmonica choir.
A what? A what?
It's 20 or 30 harmonica players all playing in unison.
You could take Bill's mic for a second. He won't
don't
bite you.
What is it?
It's
Smell like Ben Gay, Bill?
you like
It's awful. Like your grandmother doing radio next to you.
yeah, only sexier.
Steve K.
They have, I think it's called the like the Boston Harmonica Choir, and it's like 20 or 30 harmonica players all playing like big band songs.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
That's just like having hot chicks in the parking lot to
Yeah.
entertain everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
For those of you that are, doubting that we're still on the edge, harmonicas, people.
I don't know why you would doubt us.
Wow.
Harmonica players. Yeah. Wow.
Unless we do have girls and those harmonicas are put in certain places while the guys play them, I think it's a wash.
Now that would be a trick.
That is a trick.
Let them play the harmonicas without using their mouths or hands.
Right. There you go.
Now that would be a talent.
That's right. Every time they do jumping jacks, it sounds like an accordion.
Now that I'd want to see.
Horrific idea.
Isn't it awful?
Eyes lit up. An army of harmonicas.
Harmonica players.
Harmonica players and free tickets. I think that they're going to be cooking up, of course, some kind of sausage product.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Oh, that's great. Just to make it more homo.
Why sausage?
So I could take the back of your head, put my hand on it, and push your face into it.
No need, pal.
He goes willingly.
Oh,
All right, so
I hope they're cheese stuffed.
hey, what's the lineup for Boston? I got that info in front of me here.
If not, I'm going to feel self-conscious. What am I doing wrong?
All right, here we go. The lineup for the
Can't get any cheese out of this one.
the lineup for the DCU Center. Bob
don't like
Saget,
me.
Jim Norton, Bob Kelly, Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neill, Rich Voss, Tracy Morgan, Ralphie May. We got the Dunking Booth Clown and a whole O&A village that we're setting up. So it's going to be a great time this Saturday. Tickets through Ticketmaster.com or Ticketmaster locations. Presented by Bud Light. Always worth it. And more info can be found on opieandanthony.com. But
How about the harmonica people? Are they going to come out to Worcester?
Dare to dream.
I hope not. They're just going to be part of the live broadcast on Friday.
Damn it, I wish I was going to be there.
So I tell Dave he's got to spice it up a little bit. I mean, sausages, harmonica players, and free tickets. Wow, it's just exciting. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait.
That's always a great treat when it's like 90 degrees out at 7 in the morning. Who wants a sausage?
Yeah.
Anybody want to kill Bassa?
Nice hot sausage at an ungodly morning hour where it's still dark out. It's still last night when we come in. Give me a break.
Take a bite out of it, and somewhere in the country, a midget wakes up, grabbing his hands, screaming.
Those awful hands. It's 5 little Vienna sausages and a muffin for a palm. When you shake a midget's hand, that's what it feels like. You don't even have to have a midget in the room. Just 5 Vienna sausages, and a muffin.
A warm, soft muffin.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
they
just
wear
shake it.
Those biking gloves, it looks like pigs in a blanket at the IHOP.
Well, you ought to do it. It's actually legal to do this when you meet a midget. If he puts his hand out to shake it, you can actually grab it and dip it in warm butter and eat it. It's perfectly acceptable.
It's allowed now.
Keep screaming, little fella.
Guys,
It's not going to stop me.
I got to break in because one of our favorite people is calling in.
Who?
Marge?
Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up, Marge?
It's Marge from the Little Shelter out on Long Island.
Right.
Hello, gentlemen. First of all, I just wanted to tell you
Yeah.
that the Harley raffle was a huge success.
What Harley raffle?
I'm here to tell you...
No, it's also a success that you're still alive with all this heat.
Wait a minute. That's why I'm
You're the
calling.
first to go. What's going on?
Wait a minute.
First to go with the elderly.
That's right.
In this blazing
How the
heat.
hell are you surviving this heat there, Marge?
Hold your fire.
Ceasefire.
Whoa.
Check your fire.
Whoa.
Check your fire.
Zips in the wire. Zips in the wire.
All right. Do you want to see little animals suffer in this heat? Yes.
What's your show,
imagine.
Marge?
All right. I have some tips.
You got
tips.
You got tips how to keep your pets cool?
That is correct, sir.
Oh, please tell me. Go ahead.
Oh, good.
Drown him in a
So
pool.
I'm hoping that all of your
Wait, Marge.
Yeah.
I have little newborn kittens actually, and I kept them cool by throwing them in the tub.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Marge?
Listen to me.
Okay.
I know it made it fun because the kittens survived for a while, but Jimmy made sure there was margarine all around the sides of the tub just in case one got lucky.
A little slippery.
Right, a little slippery slope.
Yeah,
Are
little
you
kitten
ready?
eyes
I
locking
put
on
my
me.
terrier in the freezer
This is
before I
the
came
most
over.
That'll keep him cool.
This is the most important thing.
Marge, before you get started, because we want you to give these tips, believe me, because it is very important. It is important to keep your animals alive in this heat, but I just want to let you know that I know a little bit about this. When you're driving with your dog and you have to go inside a building, make sure roll those windows up tight and lock the doors. And then go shopping for a while so no one steals your car.
Because
God
they
is going to
pant.
punish
They
you.
pant.
And they
swear.
pant.
He's going to punish
cool.
you and Mel Gibson.
You don't
And
know
it's
God.
actually cooler. Well, if your dog is a Jew, then he'd...
This is so ridiculous.
Marge.
Every minute that I'm on the phone
Yeah.
has to be somebody's
turn down your
dog
radio.
that is.
Hey,
in
Marge,
trouble.
Marge, you grew up in the 60s, right?
I'm not saying.
Is putting to sleep dogs a gas?
Oh, God. Oh, that's so lame. Are you ready?
Marge is calling me a hack.
Marge, there are too many animals out there anyway, so the heat wave, the heat wave thins the herd.
Right.
First tip that I have,
All right.
pet lovers, pet owners, listen. Try to listen to this advice. It'll
right,
save
a little
your life,
advice.
pet.
Mm-hmm,
You know.
Put the goldfish
Never leave
bowl
pets,
in the sun.
despite what these people have said. Never, never, never leave pets in a closed car, even with the windows cracked.
Marge,
I've read studies. That just
You leave the keys in the ignition. If they get hot, they turn it on and turn on the AC.
hey Marge, your tips stink. Everyone knows that. Give us a tip.
Doesn't know that.
Give us a tip that we could use. We know you're not supposed to keep your dog in a car with the windows rolled up. That's common sense.
You had a lassa opsa.
All right.
You come out and there's a broiled turkey in your seat.
I know you don't know.
Bon appetit.
Because I'm looking outside now, and I'm seeing smart people exercising their dogs.
Where are you? Certainly not on Long Island.
I am on Long Island and proud of it. What's wrong with Long Island?
Nothing. I grew up a block away from the little shelter, Marge.
But that area...
I lived behind Fred's Diner.
Did you know that?
What?
Your block has been condemned.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has. Sorry, sir.
Barry Place?
Yes, Barry. Is that where you grew up?
I grew up on 2 Barry Place right behind Fred's Diner.
Condemned.
Why?
All down.
Oh,
But
why?
they're naming a street after you.
My childhood.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes. Listen, by the way, before I go to these tips, I want to do
Tips.
Hey, I got a great radio show for you to call. It's called Whoopi in the Morning.
Right, I think Whoopi
Whoopi would love this crap.
Whoopi would love that.
Wait a minute, wait a
Although, how do you keep Whoopi from overheating with that big head of dreadlocks?
She's a very...
Does Cubby put a bowl of water out for her?
But you know what?
Yes.
Whoopi has great skin.
Does she?
Yeah, she has
How can you
really
tell?
beautiful
Unless
skin.
the lights
rest
are
of
really
her-
bright.
The rest of us stinks, but the skin
The rest
is
of her
great.
stinks. Yeah, Mel Gibson says it would make a great lampshade.
All right, I'm not commenting on that.
Mel is a
Wait a minute.
anti-Semitic racist.
This is an important thing.
Okay, well, another tip.
I would like to invite the two of you
No.
to a barbecue.
You don't have enough cash, Marge.
No.
Unless you're barbecuing dogs, 'cause that would be fun to watch.
You mean I really would like to get to know you guys more.
You're
about a size
14.
You're not coming to the barbecue.
No.
I don't think we're coming to the barbecue.
All right, if that's the way you feel.
Unless you're serving like kitten shish
then I will
kebabs.
invite
Shish
Whoopi and
kebabs?
Don.
I like a little, like,
How's that?
What?
Some
I'll
dog
invite
hummus.
Whoopi and Don.
No, we don't want Whoopi at our
But
barbecue.
You're not coming, so what do you care?
Oh yeah.
Why
That's
are you
true.
yelling?
Yes, stop
Marge is
yelling.
an angry woman.
No, you know what? I'm not. It's very difficult to speak to you.
All right, let's let Marge.
No, it's
speak.
not. It's easy. Look,
Marge.
Yes,
we'll let you
sir.
talk. Give us some more tips on keeping your animals cool during this heat wave.
Okay,
Marge?
Hello? When you walk your dog, make sure you have plenty of
Wait.
What?
Start over. Your phone cut out.
What's walking a dog?
When you walk your dog,
You leave them in the house, don't you?
well, you have to let them out
For what?
to do their
You just got
Judy.
done saying these
you
smart
clean it
people
up.
were walking.
All right, hold on. What's the walking tip?
If you
Marge?
You have to walk your dog early in the morning before it gets hot.
Marge.
Or
We know that, Marge. Give us something we don't know.
Yeah.
okay. Here's one for you.
All right.
When traveling with a dog in a car, do not let him put his head out the window.
Oh, that's adorable. Their little ears flap.
Small objects,
Small objects.
can blow into his eyes.
I like getting behind gravel trucks with my dog hanging out the back. And as my windshield cracks, I like watching his face come apart like
That's
Raiders
right.
of the Lost Ark.
That's right.
Good Lord, is there no
That's right. You know what?
Is there no end? No.
After a ride like that, he doesn't bark as much in the middle of the
Right.
night. He learns a little respect.
I love it. A little beagle, his ears
Your
flapping,
animals in a nice
much like what's under your blouse.
Do not take them to the beach. It is
What?
You drive a little closer to a picket fence.
Why can't I take my dog to the beach?
It's hazardous.
Pippet,
Yes.
Pippet,
First of all, there's
Pippet?
no yes.
Pippet.
There's
Remember
no-
that? He was throwing a stick to Pippet, his
that
dog.
Jaws?
Of course. A shark,
Yeah.
a shark could eat him, right? Marge, isn't that the reason?
Whatever. There's no.
Whatever.
There is
Marge
no.
just blew me off.
Yeah, I know.
There's no shade at the beach. The sun is so penetrating.
What about all those umbrellas? Marge,
Should I
a lot of
apply
umbrellas.
sunscreen to my dog?
It doesn't really help
Why?
because they lick it off, and not only
Oh,
that.
I bet you know about that, don't you?
Did you hear?
What, you gave up on peanut butter?
Yeah. Did you?
Heard that old joke, did you?
yes,
All right, Marge is a card.
No one really pisses me off when Marge calls. There's actually people listening out there that are listening to Marge with these
And
tips.
You know what?
Oh.
Do you know how many people
Hold-
are getting in touch with Little Shelter to say that they have such pity on me
Well,
Yeah.
taking all of this
Marge.
abuse, but they
hold on, Marge. There's someone calling it.
It's part of your shtick.
Someone is calling
You're loving it.
to defend you.
Okay.
And I hate these people. We're just trying to have fun with Marge, and then you got serious people calling in. They're actually.
Okay, I'm here.
All right, Steve.
Hello, this is Steve. Hello.
Steve, go ahead. Steve is calling from one of our newer markets, Yellowstone. How you doing, Steve?
I'm okay, but I don't like the way this is all being made light of. Is Marge available?
Yes, I am. Go ahead, Steve. Thank God for you.
Marge, I don't understand why it is that when it comes to healthy animals who may be suffering or doing really awful promotion work lately, why did people decide to make fun of it and belittle it?
I don't know. I wish Hello?
People deserve to die in the heat. Marge should use her tongue to give a Rottweiler his PSA test.
Can I continue with my tips?
Marge should have rubbed the pink lipstick of a doggy on her face until she had enough sunscreen all over it.
You asked me a really good question.
Yes, I really do want to know.
A pertinent question.
Happy with.
Yeah.
Steve, listen to this. You should not take your dog to the beach because not only about
Marge.
the sun, but
Marge.
the sand gets in their little paws.
Yeah.
Marge,
And
wait,
that's-
Marge, you're not answering my question, though.
What's the question?
I hope Marge is sexually assaulted by a Haitian orderly wearing white nurse shoes.
You know what?
Haitian orderly. Yes, Marge.
I can't, I'm just appalled.
I would
Are you
be too.
flabbergasted?
I
I'm
am-
sorry that got through our screener. That Steve
appalled.
was not indeed Steve from Yellowstone. I think that was a.
That's something somebody named Marge would be
Marge.
called.
Yeah.
Flabbergasted.
Marge, we
I don't
got
know you. Who is this? Don't come here. I'm hanging up the phone. Prank calling. Prank calling.
Marge.
Yes, sir.
We have to go. So
Okay.
get your snowsuit on and walk your dog.
All right, you take care now.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, there goes Marge from the little shelter.
Yellowstone, Steve from Yellowstone. You can always count on him calling from another studio. He destroys the guests that are boring. Steve's the guy who heckles on the phone. Then he'll end up yelling for Ramon. He is Steve from Yellowstone. He has got an endless supply of verbal landmines when guests are wasting time. He keeps the guest in line.
God, does that stink.
Way to take a cool bit and make it baggy.
Yeah. Steve kept him in line.
She is,
You sure did.
well, she is something.
All right, we got to take a break.
Marge.
Good old
How
Marge.
great would it be if she was mauled to death by an animal? Like that stupid lady in Tennessee, Winky the elephant, tap danced on her. She's been helping these things her whole life.
Or that idiot trying to give a monkey a birthday cake. The chimp that ate his
His whole crotch was eaten off.
Oh, yes, he ate
Crotch,
that. His
fingers,
face, pulled his
nose.
foot off, ate his hand.
His wife's thumb.
Oh.
Happy birthday. Ow.
All right, let's say hi to Teresa.
Well,
Teresa.
they had him dressed in overalls, too.
Little engineer's hat.
Engineer hat on. Little work boots like he's on the job.
Teresa.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Teresa.
Welcome aboard, Terry.
Hello. Is she ever going to learn not to call?
No.
Like, she must have been an abused wife or an abused child that she just calls and takes
She likes
it.
to make a point.
Make a point. You can only try to make your point so much.
Yeah. All right.
Come on now. Well, thank
She's
you guys so much.
Trying to support her cause.
We make her feel smart.
All right. Bill Burr in studio. We got to take a break. And
Hello, Bill.
We'll continue.
Here to hype Worcester.
Here to hype the ONA
Yeah, not here to hype Guildhall.
at the DCU Center this coming Saturday. It's the ONA virus spreading across America. Let's say hi to Dave in Jersey. Dave, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How
Hey.
you doing today?
All right, man.
I'm traveling down the turnpike going southbound out here, and the sticker just came in to real good use for me. I just got wowed. This woman's putting on makeup, looks at me, sees the sticker, makes sure she gets my attention, and shows me both of them.
Bravo. See, that's how it works.
It's great, guys.
The stickers
Hey,
actually work.
Yeah, you got to get the wow stickers on your car, man. Whip them out Wednesday definitely works. It's actually whip them out whenever, and we'll get into that a lot more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, Opie, do me one favor, would you?
What?
You got the bit with Anthony where he calls it the whorehouse at Nevada with the Tourette syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
only
old
caught
school.
half that one day on XM, and it is beautiful. Would you mind throwing that on during a break today?
How about we'll end the show with that?
Absolutely.
Someone back time it. We'll end a little early, and we'll play that for Dave, all right?
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks a lot, fella. Thanks for remembering. Today's a busy day.
It's
Not your birthday.
not your birthday.
It was a few weeks back.
Hey, we need to
Remember
talk.
the date.
We need to talk to Steve Dahl. We're starting up in Chicago on WCKG, and Steve wants to just say hi and wish us some luck here. We do have the latest Gibson audio too. Mel Gibson.
Oh. Thought you meant Henry. For you old people. You're laughing.
Here's the latest audio.
Years ago. I was a little kid. I used to peek out from my bedroom and watch Rona Martin's laughing.
You were 36.
36.
Here's Mel Gibson.
Gibson also said he's battled alcoholism all his life and is taking steps to return to health. As for his career, at least one industry leader, Agent Ari Emanuel, is calling on Hollywood to give Gibson the cold shoulder. Gibson was also arrested in 1984 in Toronto for drunk driving. And tonight, Gibson's reps confirmed that he is undergoing treatment.
Yeah, and the front page of the Post has a Mel Gibson party picture.
Mad Mel.
He just looks like he's having a really good time.
Time of his life with a couple of Aryan girls.
A couple of very young blondes. He's completely hammered. The front page of the Post. You gotta just pick up the Post today for the front page. This one girl, like Mel Gibson is completely out of it. He has his arms around two broads, and the one girl is trying to make a point because she's got Mel Gibson's attention.
Yeah.
Look, she's got the finger in the air. She's trying to make some kind of poignant point.
And then I told this guy, I don't need you because I'm my own person.
Right.
And I want to be an actress, but I have my morals and I'm not going to compromise myself for anything.
And Mel's just like,
Mel's just thinking about what he's going to do to these girls.
Do your pants come off?
Right.
My agent wants me to do commercials, but I just don't feel it's artistic enough. I'm about to work.
Really? You know the Jews run Hollywood?
Well, my agent is Jewish. I didn't realize that there was others.
Get away from me. You're tainted. What a mess he is.
I'll play with your tainted.
I didn't mean tainted like that, baby.
Get the next Mel Mac.
And this girl just wants the picture with Mel. That's why she's smiling at the camera. Her friend's obviously taking the picture. Get a picture of me with Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you one thing. His mugshot is it's like a headshot.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
It
that
is
little
the
Superman
best,
hair coming
yeah,
out.
he's got a little curl in the front like Superman. It is the best photo I've ever seen of this guy.
He's absolutely dreamy.
Yeah, he's smiling because he knows the whole world's going to see this picture.
He's kind of looking up. Well, you've seen the mugshots on Smoking Gun.
Yeah.
They're horrific. Everybody's is. Yasmin Bleeth is on there just looking a wreck.
No, you know what he was saying right there? Look at his face. He was just going, you know who runs Hollywood? And then they snapped the video. The Jews!
The Jews.
Well, that was his like
That
his,
prison echo.
his mouth is pulled back because he's going he. It looks like a smile, but he's slowly saying he.
Oh God.
I like how they're blaming his racism on the alcohol.
Yeah.
Like that's what, oh yeah, it was the alcohol. That's what,
Yeah.
Rather than that brought out my inner thoughts.
Every time I have a few too many, tip it back, I go off on the Poles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just I can't stop talking about Polish people.
Know what's interesting about the latest here? A rep for Mel Gibson says the guy is just trying to stay alive.
Alive?
Please, the guy is trying to bang young blondes in Hollywood.
He's not an alcoholic. His nose isn't red. He's a great-looking guy. He went out, he got hammered, and he spoke his mind.
There is not one vein showing in the whites around those dreamy baby blues.
Not at all.
They really are seductive. You couldn't not sleep with them. Male or female. I'm not into really Mel Gibson. But look at those blues.
His mugshot,
Yeah.
dreamy.
That's what that blonde is saying. I'd still blow him.
that is a mugshot / Tiger Beat cover.
Yeah.
So that's the latest on Mel. He's pretty much screwed in Hollywood. Oh, and everyone is paying attention to the Mel Gibson story. And Michael Starr, he's just terrific. He writes a fine column in the New York Post. And
does he?
I guess he writes about radio here and there. And he thought that Jim Kerr's comments on the Mel Gibson's situation was just terrific here in New York City.
Was it for a minute in between a Van Halen song
Yeah, Jim Kerr's
and
like
a Queen song?
You know what sucks? Jim Kerr is a rock jock that's playing the same old rock songs.
Yeah.
And he's beating us in the ratings.
That is kind of sad.
It's
But
very sad. That's our next target here in New York City, Jim Kerr. We got to compete against a jukebox.
So I guess they learned a good strategy is to play the rock stars on their records on your station and not put them behind the mics as the host of your station.
Well, yeah, there you go. That's a little smarter.
They just moved it a little over to the right.
Right. You want Van Halen? Play the album. Don't put the singer in front of a microphone.
You ready for a douche chill? We had some great comments about Mel Gibson yesterday.
Yeah.
Some terrific stuff. Some great comedy. Edgy comedy.
Ooh.
Michael Starr just ignored everything we said yesterday on the radio, and he says, Jim Kerr commenting on what Mel Gibson was drinking before his alleged anti-Semitic rant.
Mm-hmm.
The quote from Jim Kerr yesterday morning?
Here it is.
Probably wasn't kosher. That made the New York paper.
That's terrible.
What
I'm
he
sorry.
was drinking was probably not kosher.
Jim Kerr should
Shevitz
say
would
that
have been
as he's
funnier.
queuing up a Zeppelin song and loading a shotgun at the same time
With a toe trigger attachment.
to blast his awful brains all over the inside of the studio.
The line is so awful, but Michael Starr thinks it's so terrific it has to be in the New York Post
because
today.
Michael
That's true.
Starr is a douche. And by the way,
Way
right
to play it
next to
safe, Michael.
Right next to Michael Starr is that awful mullet whore who I just hate, Linda Stassi, who destroyed Lucky Louie and said that it's not the type of, it's depressing.
For the new listeners, Jimmy, our own Jimmy Norton, who's on our show every day, every ding-dong day.
I'm rich on Lucky Louie.
He's on Lucky Louie, which is on 10 p.m.
10:30.
10:30. I don't know. I
10:30
DVR
on
everything.
HBO.
My life is on DVR. I'm not even here right now.
And she's
10:30 on HBO.
she trashed us. She trashed it because she hated everything about it. She hates the set. She said it was so depressing and she didn't like the content. And meanwhile, this pig whose headshot is she's a fat soccer mom face with a mullet and a cadaver hand resting on her cheek. It's a hand 3 shades. It looks like there's sunblock all over it. She gave 4 stars to Secret Lives of Women.
Yes.
W.E., of course. On tonight's show is Cutters, an inside look at 3 young women who can't stop mutilating themselves with razors, knives, and push pins and nail files.
Obviously, they can stop. They're not dead.
Absolutely. 4 stars for that, but our show's depressing. I hate your cadaver hand. I'd like to sever it and slap you with it.
All right, listen.
You stupid, unfunny hack writer.
What a horrific thing to have happen to you. Someone severs your hand and then slaps you around with it.
Linda Stacy actually wrote about the Chappelle's.
Never really gave it thought until Jimmy brought it out to light like that.
They ball it up into a fist and then they throw it at your jaw.
Just punch you with your own severed hand?
No, I wouldn't punch her.
How annoying would that be?
I would slap her and go, "This means war," and I would slap her like the cartoon gloves.
Like a duel?
Yeah.
Setting up for a duel? But now she's handless, so she can't really do much.
And she's a hack, awful writer who thinks writing things about comedy like, "I had to fasten myself in with my seatbelt." Did you?
You should chop it off at the elbow so you can kind of get more of a bat kind
like
of
a bat?
Yeah.
I can't
wind
see the
up.
elbow. All
Get that wiffle ball bat sound.
All I see is her David Cassidy hairdo and that white, this is not part of my body hand, daintily propping up her piggish, awful, erectile destroying face.
He really hates
she has the sex appeal of prostate polyps.
Come on.
And I hope she's killed in a fire that somebody she loves started accidentally.
Come on, Jimmy. You don't mean that.
I mean every word of it. I say this without smile.
Wow.
I'd like to tie her down and make her listen to Whoopi's show.
All right. Now you've gone too far.
I apologize for that. I apologize.
Now you've just gone too far.
Now he needs to go to rehab.
Hey, with that, let's go to the phone. We have a legend on the line here, Steve Dahl from Chicago. We're being heard this morning on WCKG, and we couldn't be happier. Steve, what's going on?
Hey, guys.
Hi, Steve.
Are you guys in a good mood or a bad mood?
Sorry you had to hear that.
This is our only mood.
This is it.
It's atrocious, isn't it?
All right, I've been on hold for a while.
Yeah.
So can I go back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a little bit?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, the cover of the Post, that girl with the finger up,
Yes.
is helping him practice for his breathalyzer.
That's a good.
Because you got to do the thing with the finger on the nose.
He's following her finger with his eyes. Well, I didn't even realize that. Look at that. And then he's going to help her out with the blowing into the machine portion later in the evening.
Maybe that's why the other girl's so happy. I don't know.
It's such a great story.
I would also say that does Jim Kerr still have a ponytail?
No, I think he finally cut the ponytail.
Okay, because I would have gone with Mad Max 2020, kind of a, MD 20, Mogan David 2020.
Right.
It seems like that would have been a better joke to get in the Post with.
It's just amazing. They have to play it safe in the Post. I mean,
I got one for you guys.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's kind of wine snobby.
Okay.
But he went, he's in that group Opus Dei.
Yeah.
The hardcore Catholic. I'm sure you're familiar with him.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well.
He went from Opus Dei to Opus One. Which that's a fancy wine. So maybe it's too much of a wine snob.
Wow, that is the most wine snobbiest joke ever.
You're talking to Meisterbrow and Michelob people.
Yeah,
you really are.
I don't drink it either.
You're brilliant though, because you did set it up saying it might be a little wine snob.
He knew he was talking to dope.
Snobbery, right?
I like a nice Shiraz myself.
Mondavi wine. So
I'm into a Shiraz,
He's doing
Steve.
a corporate gig in the Napa Valley next week.
I know you guys only drink wine that comes in boxes.
Yes, they're handy. A little tap on the front, right in your fridge.
The old box of wine.
You don't drink at all?
No, not anymore.
Me
not
neither.
For like 11 years.
Oh, cool.
11 years. But just think of the nice buzz you'd get right now if you started.
But imagine how drunk I was 12 years ago.
Exactly. No one ever just goes, I got a little buzz and I decided, I'm having a good time. I don't want to do this anymore. There's always an awful story.
Yeah.
I quit on June 24th, 1995.
They always know a date, too.
Huh?
June 23rd was hardcore.
I was driving the wrong way down the expressway.
Yeah. What's the story, Steve?
I'm sorry?
What's the story that happened that made you say enough of this booze?
I don't even know.
That's the trick. You just didn't remember that whole day.
He was drinking wine by the jug.
I think I remember being all by myself in the basement, like at 4 a.m, with like my little kids upstairs sleeping, thinking, I need to
stop this. So.
And you realized you weren't in your house and don't have kids. It's usually a problem.
And he realized he was the BK killer, and he said, enough.
Nothing like horribly bad happened, but I could tell that it was going to happen like on the 24th or the 25th.
Well, you got something in common with our own Jim Norton. Jim stopped at 17.
18, actually.
Was it 18 officially?
Yeah, February 1st of 87 was my first.
You know how many great buzzes you missed?
We
stopping
tried,
at 18?
We tried to tell Jimmy, like, being drunk at 18 isn't a reason to go into rehab, because that's just being drunk at 18. You get hammered to the point where, you pass out, you wake up in front of the toilet, and he just, like, kind of set it clear for us that maybe it was wise.
Yeah, I was one of those awful after-school specials, where it's in the genes, where the first time you taste it, like, oh, let me have a sip of that just to be silly. The next thing you know, you're vomiting in a tent, and someone told you threatened your friend with a box cutter, and you're like, oh, that's not good.
Well, hey, the good news is you still have some good stories.
Well,
yeah, I know I wouldn't.
Jimmy has some great stories. What's the story? Walking down the street.
I was
one
night.
Who are you looking for?
I had a fight with my mother. I was such a nerd, and I'm walking down the street with a butcher knife. I was hoping the police would shoot me, but I forgot they have nightsticks, so they probably would have hit my suburban melodramatic arm and smacked my fat face.
What the hell were you drinking? Antifreeze?
Yeah, I think it was actually Meisterbrow. It was $8 a case back then. More Meisterbrow we were drinking. We had no money.
You were one of those bastards that used to come over my house and come over with a 6-pack of Meisterbrow, put it in the fridge, and take the Heineken out of the fridge and start drinking it, and then, what?
Hey, it's all imported, man. Don't worry about it.
It's the master's brew, dude.
Dude,
I just reached in and grabbed one.
The foil on the top means it's expensive.
It's a
foil on the top.
Hey, Steve, so is it going to be tough to take out Eric and Kathy in Chicago?
I know. You guys are going to have to start, taking some estrogen shots.
Yeah, it's the only way we can compete.
Yeah.
We read the bios earlier, and we're just stunned by the humor in the bio alone. I don't know how we're going to get past that.
It's very subtle humor, but it's...
very subtle, indeed.
It's disguised as vomit-inducing drollery.
It's highbrow.
Actually, I can't even imagine Norton drunk. Listen to him sober.
Yeah, I know. Imagine.
It was just, I was an embarrassing ass. I was never like, people like, dude, I would like to party.
You're that now, aren't you?
I was, what he just said, you're that guy. That's exactly what I was. I'm that guy. Yeah. I'm the annoying one at the party who would cry and cause a scene.
Oh,
was
drunk crier.
Oh, it was awful.
The I love you, I hate you guy.
Oh, I was.
You're the best, man. You're my bro. We've been bros for so long, but why don't you don't call as much as you used to, man? You don't even like me. No, F-off, get out of here, man. I hate you.
Tirade leaves, and 20 minutes later comes back to the party crying. I'm sorry, man. I love you guys.
Or I'm on the porch waiting for the girl I like to come out and hug me.
Giving no effort to let her know you even like her.
I was just really gamey. Like one time I would sweat a lot all over.
Ugh.
Upstairs trying to nail your friend's mom.
Yeah, she's been dead for 2 weeks. I don't care. I get the coffin lid open, my face in a satin pillow.
Yeah, you are.
Trying to get her to make some kind of noise.
Hey, hold on. Richard from St. Louis wants in on this. Richard, what's up?
Hey, Professor Jimmy, who's the BK killer?
Wait,
the Burger King killer?
Oh, wait. What is it? What is his name?
Was it
BTK? BTK killer.
The Mickey D's massacre.
It takes years, and it's done with cholesterol.
Bunch of beheaded bodies were found with whoppers in their mouths. God, do I suck trying to improv. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for straightening me out and humiliating me in front of Steve.
Right.
Yeah,
politely
Steve Dahl.
noticed and didn't say anything.
He's in the Hall of Fame and everything.
Got confused with the Wendy's Strangler.
Right.
Ass.
Well, Steve, we really appreciate your support.
Oh, hey, I'm glad to have you guys on. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah,
the
gonna have fun, man.
We should have, the last 6 or 7 months, we could have just turned that thing off in the morning. It would have been better.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we're in a pretty good position in Chicago.
Yeah, like, you literally can only go up.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Some of the ratings were 0.0.
Yes.
Mr. Blutowski.
Right.
0.0.
I've never seen 0.0. Nor is Mel Gibson. But seriously. Hey, guys, good luck.
Hey, Steve, thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
See you, bro.
Bye.
Steve Dahl, legend.
Yes.
It's
in,
great that he's supporting us, too. I
Chicago
gotta tell you.
radio.
Yeah, we like Steve.
We had lunch with him in New York, and he just made us laugh.
Had a blast. He's got more stories that are just hysterical, just from, living the life, man.
All right.
Doing radio.
We should know he quit drinking.
That one we'll go back to that break.
What?
That I just did and goof on the way I said he was just living the life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all good.
and goof on it.
Hey, we got
the fact
like
that
it was
you just said
Whoopi's
that
show.
because you had a moment and you kind of meant it. Like
I was kind of sincere.
reminiscing.
Like the guy's been in the business, and he's still there. He's still doing it.
When radio was radio,
And that would have just gone right by unless Bill Burr pointed it out.
Good for you, Bill. Did you catch
Scumbag Bill, as I like to call him.
I blocked it out as I have a douche filter, and my brain wouldn't accept those words from someone.
All right.
He really did. You should have seen the awful sentimental look on
At
his
least
face.
Steve C. is backing me up.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Hey, wait, hold on. Anthony wants to hold up his lighter and put on Freebird.
Dreamy look in his eye. Living the life.
Living the life. Those were the days, my friend. Were they?
Can we cut that out of the replay?
Yeah,
Back
please.
when you made thunder sounds with a cookie sheet.
Oh, yeah. Galloping horses with half coconuts.
Hey, let's say hi to Ron in Jersey. Ron,
Yes.
what's up?
Yeah, I was just wondering for all the people in Chicago and San Francisco that don't know y'all, that y'all can get real crazy. Like, one of my favorite ones was the Royer bus that y'all had in New York going to Giuliani's.
Yeah, we're gonna have to explain that at another date.
Yeah, a lot of people in the new markets, if you don't get something, don't worry, you will.
Yeah, the phone call you heard while old Marge is on the phone will eventually make sense.
The Ramon call, everything. Don't worry, you'll get it because we drive things into the ground here on this show. What you're finding new, maybe, and refreshing today is old hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
All right, Ron, thanks.
We're mediocrity squared.
Opie and Anthony Rock.
All right, Ron.
Thank you.
He's listening to us for the first time since being fired 4 years ago.
Wow.
That's why he mentioned the Voyer bus.
Bastard.
He's missed a lot.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to continue with Bill Burr. Bill, you're promoting something?
Yeah, Guildhall out in Long Island.
Where is Guildhall?
What's that? I grew up on Long Island. I never heard of the joint.
It's the John Drew Theater at Guildhall. East Hampton, 158 Main Street.
East Hampton.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, you're out there.
We don't know East Hampton.
I'm going to see Bill Burr, Robin, out in the Hamptons. I got to take 3 days off from my satellite radio gig.
I'm trying to hit a new market. I'm
The Hamptons.
I'm trying to attract the people that Mel Gibson was trashing last night. When he was
There you
hammered.
go. When he was hammered.
Yeah.
So
Going out to
Friday,
the Hamptons, hang out in the Hamptons.
Wait, Friday you're going to be there, and then you're going to hit the road for our gig up in Worcester. All right, Friday, 8 p.m., the John Drew Theater at Guildhall in East Hampton with Bill Burr.
Taking the ferry?
And then Saturday, I'm at Worcester, Boston.
With us?
Yeah, with you guys.
Right.
Are you taking the ferry?
Taking a ferry?
Taking the ferry. Oh, yeah.
You don't know
Am
that.
I supposed to play along?
Are you taking the ferry, or are you driving back into New York, around, and then up to Boston?
Stay in East Hampton, and then take the ferry
You
across.
take the ferry
From
across
Orient Point.
Why
from
do I feel
Orient
like
Point.
this ferry doesn't exist?
No, it doesn't.
No, it does.
Holy
It's a
crap.
All
It's a ferry.
That would be a great joke. Yeah, just get that.
And he's sitting there at Orient Point.
Yeah, on a dock while two
Yeah.
people are fishing.
Where's the ferry? They got him with the ferry joke.
We got to take
Yeah,
a break.
we got a break.
They're killing us here. It's the ONA virus spreading across America. It's the Opie and Anthony show. We got a very, very busy week. We got Bill Burr in studio today. We're pumping the ONA traveling virus. We're going to be in Worcester this weekend, August 5th, DCU Center. Tickets available through Ticketmaster.com. If you want to see the lineups and all that and you need more info, go to OpieandAnthony.com. The important thing, though, tickets still available. And when we broadcast live Friday from WBCN, I do believe, we'll have to get Dave Wellington on the air tomorrow. The first 104 listeners to show up outside WBCN will get free tickets to the ONA Traveling Virus, presented by Bud Light. Always worth it.
I didn't take my medicine this morning.
What medicine?
I take my stupid acid reflux medicine, my Nexium. I think I'm getting strep throat too, so my apologies in advance.
We got to travel.
Oh, boy.
You're not gonna
What is acid reflux? You
Fuck
just
him away
sort of
somewhere
throw up every couple of minutes?
No, it's not that bad.
Sort of throw up. Yeah, you feel it come to the back of your throat, and then you're done.
Instead of dying like, Jimi Hendrix in your own vomit, you just sort of pass. You faint. You faint. You come back up.
Oh, I got the vapors.
No, I take I think next to him and it helps that.
Yeah.
It's like when you have that like awful acid.
All right. Listen,
No, this is a
That's
health
like
break.
an old person thing, though.
Health
isn't
break with Jim Norton.
hold on. We got to get Brother Joe a plug here. Brother Joe, Anthony's brother, of course. Joe, what's up?
Gotta make it quick. We're running out of time, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. We're on WB11, Channel 11
in New York.
It's going to be live on Friday. If we get voted for it, all you have to do is to log on to WB.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Is it a contest?
Yeah, it's a contest. It's 4 tribute bands to...
tribute bands?
All right, so far we got tribute bands. You're going to be on Friday or today?
Today, now.
Right now.
In 2 minutes.
Gene Simmons is there, too.
I'm recording it now. Gene Simmons.
All right, here's the deal. I'll help out Brother Joe.
Yeah.
Brother Joe's tribute band, his YouTube tribute band, will be on the WB11 news in seconds at this point.
Uh-huh.
We'll replay your appearance over at XM when we continue the Opie and Anthony show.
Cool.
And you got to go to WB11.com to vote. So the pests have a mission today.
Yep.
Vote for Brother Joe's band.
You are a professional, Opie.
All right, thanks, Joe. Have a good set. We'll talk to you. Call us after the set. Tell us how it went.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Later.
We're trying to rush through a million things here.
I
'cause
know.
We're running out of
Run
show.
out of time.
Battle of the Tribute Band. She's queuing it up right now.
Oh, there it goes.
I like
Yeah,
her, the little
we'll get the
Pocahontas
audio.
earrings. Look at that.
Poor Joe needs another drummer. His blew a head gasket.
I know. We'll get
Drummer lost
that
his
story
mind.
from Joe, and we'll play this audio that we're sort of watching in the background over at XM. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fox 5 Future News. Sam found this. Where's Sam? Where's Sam to set this up? Here comes Sam. And unfortunately, he enters the studio over here at Free FM, so we have to play the clean version of his theme song that Dave from New Jersey did. Come on. All right.
He's not black, don't smoke crack, he ain't black.
And what bugs me about Sam's hair
Yeah.
is that it looks like a fancy toilet seat cover.
Yeah. Like lamb's wool. That's wonderful. He got a haircut recently, too.
Yeah.
So it's not as fro-y.
Just short cropped afro.
Yeah, because he doesn't want us goofing on it anymore.
Give me a couple weeks.
All right,
Eddie Haskell.
we're really running out of show here. So Sam, what'd you bring in here for us to goof on?
For some reason this morning on the Fox 5 News, they decided it'd be a good idea to send their reporter out claiming it was February 2007. They're sending us 6 months into the future.
All right.
Oh, that's cute.
How's everyone doing? Did they do any news from that or just the weather? If you're going 6 months in the future, wouldn't you, maybe do the news?
Yeah, I want to see how this Middle East thing turns out.
What's on KTU in the morning?
They started off with a little news.
Huh?
They started off with a little bit of news.
A little bit of news?
Yeah.
6 months into the future. Great.
God damn, Jimmy.
World War III has begun, and they're doing this cute little bit.
Yeah.
So I think this is what Anthony was taking a look at. The weather guy was dressed in winter crap.
They dressed the weather guy out in a big coat and
Big parka.
Oh, that must have been hilarious.
Oh, just hysterical. The news these days, it's just so funny.
the worst computer animated snowflakes coming down in front of the screen
that
you've ever seen.
All right, here we go.
Well, we travel everywhere on this show. Miami, Chicago, Israel, but we're also traveling not just in space, but in time. Time travel. Yes, we're going to take you, the viewer, 6 months into the future. It is February 1st of 07. The Yankees and the Mets battled it out in the World Series.
Yeah.
Bill is putting on the chapstick. He is anticipating the blizzard of 07, which is on its way, right, Mark? Yeah, that was a great World Series.
So low.
Yes.
We heard it.
What's that? It was the Red Sox. It was the Subway Series, man. It was a beautiful night.
Wow.
This is the
That
news.
was just getting good.
Yeah, what's like the riffing on the games? What happened? Who played?
Wow.
Yankees, Mets in the World Series.
And during that, he was in a parka, and it was...
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
Would it be
was
funny if he
fake
just improv
snowing.
something and said, yes, Hezbollah nuked Israel, thank God. Now, next, the weather. Just snapped.
The Mel Gibson backed Hezbollah.
Wow.
Yeah. The race war had started.
Yes.
Did?
And Sam just tapped in and out of both sides successfully. So nobody knew what he was.
He could cross enemy lines. Hey, how you doing, Sam?
All right, hold on. People are saying it was really loud on XM, but low on the...
Oh, interesting.
All right,
Nice.
we'll turn down the volume. Here's the second clip.
The news from the future. Mother Nature is about to unleash winter wrath upon the city of New York here in February of 2007. In fact, we are expecting that this storm will move in late tonight. You gotta get ready. There's gonna be a winter wonderland by this time tomorrow morning, as everywhere you look, there will be the white stuff. You gotta get ready right now.
Oh, boy.
Wow, and another news here in February of 07, Suri Cruz got her first, her Pete Rose haircut.
I think Sam might have screwed up for the first time.
Well, what happened?
The instant feedback, can't hear it.
Great.
Was it one channel?
I don't know what's going on. The XMers can't hear the audio.
How about this? Well, consider themselves lucky. The audio stinks.
Sam, good one.
I would punch you in the eye, but I don't know what color would show up. The orange and yellow frightens me.
Wow. You blew it.
That was awful.
Let me do a little fast forward news from the future.
Yeah.
Remember Sam?
You're fired.
Remember that mistake he made?
Yeah.
That new guy we got that replaced him, he doesn't make mistakes.
I'll try to correct it.
Something is going on. It's not worth playing.
No.
Someone is saying you can barely hear it on FM. The XMers are saying you can't hear anything. Other people are saying it's really loud. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe.
I could barely hear it through my headphones.
Obviously something's going on with that.
And Hawk, I don't like when you think you look smarter in glasses. You don't.
That's great. This is how we end?
Good one. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Our first day on in Chicago and San Francisco. And
that's
what amounts to an intern has
Exactly.
screwed up the finale of the show.
An intern with a toilet seat cover on his skull has wrecked
We
everything.
don't know if he's black or white.
That's right. Old bath mat hair.
This is what we do. Someone requested the Tourette's whorehouse bit.
Oh, you're doing in case of emergency break glass.
And we did
Oh,
say
my
that.
God.
We said that during the break. We'll admit it. We have nothing. We don't have enough time to get into anything good, so we're gonna play this old thing that's been heard a million times. The Tourette's whorehouse bit from our CD that came out years and years ago. Enjoy this, Chicago and San Francisco, and we'll see you guys tomorrow if you're not joining us on XM Satellite Radio.
The Opie and Anthony XM walkover begins now.
All right. Hey, coming up on the second half of the show. Well, I don't know if I should say it the way I was going to say it now.
Why? Might give something away. Room of suspense.
Let me think. Well, we're going to do serious questions only today.
Okay.
Very serious subject that we're going to be covering in the second half of the Opie and Anthony show.
Oh, yeah.
And we want our listeners to take it very seriously.
Right?
With that, let's walk.
Yeah, we have a couple of people
cancer?
out here.
Huh?
Sounds like a breast cancer segment.
No.
Bill Burr was
Acid reflux.
Bill
That
Burr
could
was
be
just
acid
reminding
reflux.
Bill Burr was just reminding me that the last time he did the walk over with us, all hell broke loose.
Oh, that was the last. Wow, maybe.
Yeah, that was the time I didn't get the microphone, so I said, you know what? I don't think anything's going to happen.
You went ahead.
I walked ahead,
and
went
missed
up the
everything.
elevator, and when I came out of the elevator, I just heard Opie screaming, "What do you got to say now, fucker?"
Yeah.
All right.
We remember that one.
All right.
He's got a ninja just on his face.
Ninja.
Opie's taunting him.
Yeah, I was real brave. I know.
When are we going to get a stripper to hand out these stupid stickers so people at least look?
I know, they don't look.
I know, it's
They're
just-
immune to anything. Here. Hot enough for you? Hot enough for you, sir? Ma'am? Hot enough for you?
DJ Sing with that awful
Oh, that's
fucking
great.
hat.
We got to do a segment on the heat.
Yeah, the heat.
What are you doing to plan? I'm going into my air-conditioned office, you fucking idiot.
How are you keeping cool today? How you keeping cool today, sir? How you
He's not doing any math.
He's not doing interviews. Fucker.
He's Asian,
Wow,
so
I
it's
thought
like
my
the
legs were
sweat
white.
dripping to his eyes.
Hey there, Whitey!
Jesus.
Oh,
If you
boy.
had gray hair like that, would you wear white?
She got to be hot.
He was wearing white.
He looks like a towel.
Yeah, white pants, white shirt. Look like a towel. You'd mix up the colors a little bit, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't know.
We love Snapple.
Are you bringing extra juice, sir, because of the heat?
All right, Snapple guy.
Cool down some people.
Is that Connie Chung?
Nice, sir. Wow.
Stand up straight, will
Did
you?
you see that old guy? He was feeling whatever was going to kill him in about 20 minutes. That was the look on his face. Oh, look at dog shit.
Ah, don't
Melted,
step in that.
Gooey.
Melted.
It's so hot, the shit is becoming nougat.
Caramel.
Three Musketeer filling.
Caramel filling. It is horrible. It's really stifling out today.
You guys scared Frederick
horrid.
Douglass away? I saw him the other day on 7th Avenue.
He occasionally still shows up. Sits
That always
on the
looks bad.
standpipe.
A mob of angry white people.
Surrounding a black homeless guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how could good come of that every time? We give him money.
Yeah, it looked really bad. Just from a distance. I saw a look of concern.
No one kicking
from
him, though.
other members of his community.
Doc Martens or anything.
No, it really looks like he's at an Aryan fucking rally, doesn't he?
Skinhead.
Shaved head, the acid reflux.
Trying to decide whether or not I should attack Sam. I can't tell.
A lot of Aryans have that acid reflux there, Bill.
Oh, yeah, they do.
You know about that in
Sitting
history?
there chewing. That's all the hatred.
That Wiener Schnitzel.
It's all
it's hit the hatred backing up.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a girl in a little white, a cool cottony dress.
Virginal.
Or as I call
dare
it,
I say.
a rape me outfit.
Oh, her? She probably has a rape
great.
fantasy.
There's the fucking missing arm chick.
What's that?
Slot machine lady.
It was just too hot to even do anything on the street today.
Yeah. That's all we give these people. I'm sorry. It's
more than they deserve.
Thanks.
I'm with Jimmy. Thanks,
Get
guys.
into the air conditioning.
That's all you get today.
For fancy people that need AC.
Their backs are still sweating from driving all the way in, waiting to see something.
Something happened,
We
and they
gave
got
them
nothing.
See that guy smoking a cigarette? How could he do that on a day like today?
Add a fire in your mouth. That's what I want when it's 9,000 degrees out.
Fire in your mouth. All right.
We'll sit upstairs.
I made the last elevator up. I fit in. Everyone was waiting for the second one. I said, fuck that noise. I'm going up. And Jimmy just jumped on at the last minute and started making horrific gurgling, snot-sucking sounds in a crowded elevator. And one of the women actually quietly went, are you okay? And he didn't answer. He was just going, making noises in the elevator, just like sick noises. So now all those people are going to be completely paranoid that they're going to get some kind of
Are you sure that was Jimmy? That
pneumonia.
doesn't sound like something he'd do.
No, nothing he would do in an
Such
elevator.
a social butterfly.
He's a complete ass. I love him in the elevator. He's just horrible. It's either like loud, sexually explicit talk, or my favorite is when he talks loudly to nobody that his girlfriend's pregnant and he's got a kicker in the stomach in a crowded elevator. That's one of my favorites. One of the worst ones, I won't even acknowledge that song just played in my head. One of the worst ones is when he plays homo with you. When he'll start rubbing your back in the elevator and going, it's okay, baby, I'm so sorry about last night. And you go like, get away from me. And he makes it look like you're having a spat, a lover's spat. And in a couple of floors, you can't really explain to the people that, you know, he's a let me start. A couple of years back, see, he's a comedian. And okay.
This is all part of his shtick.
Yeah, it's just his shtick. Oh, this is good. I got a letter. Wake up, Anthony. Usually you know what's going on, but you don't have a fucking clue about Israel.
Oh, this.
All right, Bob Collins. I don't have a clue, and I could give a flying fuck.
Oh, this is about Israel.
Everyone's bombing everybody. It's World War III, the beginning of it.
Well, let me read this letter, Anthony, for you.
Wait till Syria gets involved.
Wake up, Anthony. Usually you know what's going on, but you don't have a fucking clue about Israel. Don't forget who's occupying whose land illegally. According to the UN, international law, the Geneva Conventions, and even the U.S. before that Israeli tool Bush 2 got in. The entire world votes against Israel at the UN, except for the U.S. Israel and the fucking Marshall Islands. Get wise to being used just like Bush, Anthony. Okay. All of Europe knows that the U.S. is totally manipulated by Israel through a dumb-ass president. We're a laughing stock because of people like you who don't pay attention. Don't go just by your nice, quiet, new neighbors. You were totally manipulated Friday by Voss and that super Jew jerk from Disturbed.
Was he super Jew? I only know him as Jerk from Disturbed, and he's got this he's super Jew.
This is why Bob Collins is so dumb. A, he addressed one to me, and then he just gave the same one as Anthony. So don't send me a note that you meet for Anthony, you dope.
Wake up,
and me.
Anthony.
And
the whole staff.
And also, it's not just Bush, it's also Reagan and every other stupid president.
That has supported Israel because it's the last, bastion of freedom.
And Bob Collins wise.
And I like how they think they're being manipulated. It's no, we're using them too.
Of course. Very smart, Billy.
And Bob.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's the first time we have ever agreed on anything
that is
political.
Wow.
Can I continue with the letter, please?
All right.
How would you feel if Mexico occupied your neighborhood for nearly 40 years, provoked you at every opportunity, and then grabbed more of your neighborhood when you protested? Claiming they're the victims.
Holy shit, you know something? The Mexicans, the illegals, are a lot like Hezbollah to Israel. But they're not using rockets. They use, those packs they put on their back to trim the fucking sidewalk. That's their weapon of choice. They're fucking landscapers. But the fact of the matter is, it would be. If we could build a buffer zone against Mexico, it would kind of be a little similar. I think you brought up a good point there, whatever your name is there, Bob.
All right. Grab more of your neighborhood when you protested, claiming they're the victims, or tore down your house just because they claim to think you might be related to a terrorist. They do this often. They do this so often that it's laughable to everyone who pays attention.
I'll tell you, Bob, the reason they do that is because people were suicide bombing, so their families got money, so this was kind of a deterrent. Because once a suicide bomber is dead, he's dead, so this was a way of stopping them from doing it. They figure if the house got torn down, then they wouldn't do it because their families wouldn't have a place to live. Right. They obviously don't give a shit about their own lives.
Anthony, would you like to continue with your letter there?
Where are we?
Ariel
Sharon started the latest intifada after a long peaceful period by shocking even the U.S. and Venezuela. How about he started it when soldiers were kidnapped?
I think he means before this, probably in 2000.
I think, but they gave back land in the Gaza Strip. They were trying to do something. I don't know. I think
let them duke it out.
I think everybody involved in this situation would love if nobody else got killed. Their families, things like that. But there's just this hatred of Israel and the Jews have this hatred of the Palestinians, and because they want to kill each other over religious homelands and fucking shit that goes back thousands of years. That ain't going to get settled until one side completely eliminates the other.
The bottom line, we have to step out of it.
Right.
Just let them duke it out.
We could support one guy. Look at what we did. Hey, stupid fucking Bob Collins. What do you think the whole Cold War was based on? People using other countries. Countries being manipulated, presidents being manipulated to keep manipulated. Yeah. I sound like Kawana Brawley there.
No one
nip-snapes me or my family. But it's been about that forever. This guy's a jerk-off. What do you think? This is something new?
You're a dummy.
Boy, you're turning us on to new info, Bob.
And by the way, every time peace is almost achieved, radical groups, because without conflict they don't function. Hamas is irrelevant. Hezbollah is irrelevant without any kind of fucking tension. So is Al Qaeda. Why do you think they're destroying their own fucking infrastructure? They're attacking other Muslims, you dope.
And you know what else, Bob? Israel and the Jews haven't come over and blown us up.
Yep.
And they're not killing our fucking people by blowing up embassies and driving fucking boats into our naval ships. It's not the Israelis doing it, okay? It's the other side. So who the fuck are we supposed to support?
And they haven't gotten onto a bus with a bomb strapped to them either, you shithead.
We got a rocket scientist on the line here. Denise, what's up?
Hey guys. Professor Anthony, I agree with your point, but I do want to point out that Ariel Sharon didn't do this because of a couple of soldiers. He's kind of had a stroke.
Yes, that's what I said, 2000. Yeah, that's what I said.
He's kind of in a coma.
I tried to make that point, miss.
Oh, well, thank you, Jimmy. I agree.
That's
with you
why
too.
she's called a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
All right. Is the
Well,
letter
this guy's
over?
got me in a tizzy. Knowing you, Anthony, you would be a terrorist too if somebody fucked with your life every goddamn day. Look at some of the Sundance and IFC docus on how arrogant Israel soldiers get off on harassing civilians for hours every day at checkpoints, in parentheses. Get wise to this, Anthony, like you're wise to everything else. Don't be such a fucking myopic. Love your show. Don't be so fucking myopic. Love your show. Can't say my name or I'll be blacklisted for life by your friends. P.S. Every other U.S. pundit, anchor, reporter, columnist, or news exec is Jewish. So that's why everything in the U.S. media is titled Israel's way, except for token stilted balance. What? Tilted balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. They really should identify where they're coming from, but they seldom do. This isn't the case everywhere in the world. That's why the world thinks what it thinks, and the sheep-like people in the U.S. think what they think. Oh, because the Jews run the media, and that's why. Well, like, what? You don't think I fucking go to Al Jazeera? You don't think I watch Al Jazeera? I watch Al Jazeera. I know what goes on.
Program.
I know what their fucking side of it
their
is,
Will
too.
and Grace.
They actually some very funny shows.
Hysterical shows. You can't fucking listen to 2 seconds of Al Jazeera without them evoking God and fucking, Allah coming, and they're predestined to own the whole fucking Middle East, and
like
we suck, and fuck. So
it's like
fuck
the Middle
you.
Eastern 700 Club.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Watch the 700 Club here. They're as rational as those fucking people are. Bunch of kooks. Shut up.
There you go. There's the
Bob
letter.
Collins.
Bob Collins is an ass.
You didn't give your name, but it's, you put your return address label on the fucking thing with your address on it. Be nice, or the pest will get it.
He gave his name.
Maybe knocking on your fucking door.
All right, here we go. Moving on to other things. I want to thank Bill Burr for wrecking a perfect
Jew.
Wrecking
What? No?
a perfect show.
Oh. Ah.
Bill fucking Burr.
I knew when he said it.
Bill.
Bill fucking Burr.
I knew when
Had
he
to
said
happen. Bill had to do it. It's all right.
Bunch of pansies sitting over there, not cursing.
We're just.
Let's not even give
We're
the.
sellouts, man.
Let's not even give.
I got to bring a little swagger to the show.
You know something, Bill? I'm not even going to give the context of it. I'm just going to give what they dumped out. I'd still blow them. That's what you said on the show that got dumped.
That's what prevented us from having a perfect show. Bill Burr's saying, I'd still blow him.
I have a thank you to give, too, by the way, here on the XM program.
Oh.
I got to go to rehab.
Yes, Jimmy.
RGF 2006. I don't know what your name is, but I got... Look what I got.
Look. It's got to be Ozzy or Sabbath.
It's a record, and it's called Stories and Songs About Fire Engines.
Fire engines, and I bet I know what song is on that.
Norton. I found the song you've been trying to remember on the show, ... Where's the fire, where's the fire? The song is The Little Boy Who Cried Fire by Steve Saline. The album is Stories and Songs About Fire Engines from 1969, and he ripped the song. We started to play this on Free FM and didn't. I would prefer to have done it on XM. A, because we can go longer here without commercials, and B, I just like XM.
Ooh,
and with that
nice
said,
of you. I just want to know, it's from what year?
1969.
About fire engines. Do they talk about hosing down black people?
They don't mention that. I imagine there's another one called Ways to Get Them to Learn Their Place, but they don't actually say who, but you kind of get the...
Right.
You know. And if this is as a little boy, I would hear this song, and I remembered the chorus. You know, I'm 38 now, so this is, 33 years ago, that I would listen to this and remember it. And I was like, what song is that? And I mentioned it on the air, and we get 2 copies of it and a copy of the actual album.
Well, we got a little taste. You want to hear it, Jimmy?
I have to.
It'll bring back some memories.
I've heard it recently, and I realized, wow, I remember this well, except the fire engine sound is horrendous.
Here we go. Where's the fire?
Fire, 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 fire everywhere. There's a fire in the closet, there's a fire in the bed, there's a fire sitting under my chair. There's a fire in the sink, it's so hot I'm turning pink, oh, doesn't anyone care? Then he reached up with his arm, and he pulled down the alarm.
Faggot!
Where do you hear the fire
And he knew
trucks?
the engines would soon be there.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
This sucks. This sucks. it!
It's catchy, though, isn't it?
Where's the fire? Cried the fireman.
Oh.
Fire, 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 fire everywhere. There's a fire in the closet, there's a fire in the bed, there's a fire sitting under my chair. There's a fire in the sink, it's so hot I think, oh, doesn't anyone care?
The fire's up his ass.
We brought our hook and ladder to see what was the matter, but there simply wasn't any fire there.
Turns out he wasn't gay and they didn't want to fuck.
Oh. Where's the fire? Where's the fire?
When you're 5, that's Detroit Rock City.
Oh. Was that it?
Well, that's not the whole song.
Is that Paul Lind singing that?
Because I want to know how it ends. Where's the fire? Where's the poppers? Where's...
Well, here's a little more.
Where's the robe? Where's the robe?
Here's a little more.
There's a fire burning under my bra.
More of the song.
The next day, he decided that the fire engines with their bells and sirens were so exciting that he wanted to see them again.
Did he?
So he took his little teddy bear and ran down in the street and waved his arms, pretending the teddy bear was on fire.
I'm on
fire.
I'm on fire. Stop this. Put this out. It's ridiculous.
Help. I don't know what's happening. I smell like Ben Gay, and I'm 36 and I shouldn't.
Why have you set me on fire?
Hey, fire, you're in my motherfucking house.
Hey, the phone's going nuts here. Chris in Pennsylvania. What's up, Chris?
That fire engine sounds like that guy is ass raping his cat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when he starts fucking his cat.
And by the way, people, where's the fire? That will run through your head for a long
we need
fucking
We need that on this. Just that clip.
Where's the fire? Where's the fire? That will run through your head for a long time.
Let's go to Denver. Chad?
Fire.
Chad?
Hey, boys.
Hello, Chad.
Hey, Opie, you gonna download that to your iPod as a buttery beat?
Buttery beat, all right.
Hey, Billy, thanks for coming to Denver. The virus is growing out here. You savage animal!
Yeah, we got a lot of people calling from Colorado saying you had a great set out there, bro.
Yeah, well, you know what, that club out there, the Comedy Works, is one of those perfect rooms where you cannot not kill in it. Old school room, you know?
Could Bobby Collins kill in that room?
Oh, yeah, come on.
The comic could, but not this Bob Collins. Bobby Collins kills everywhere.
Let's go to Tom in Jersey. Tom, what's up?
Hey, I think the fire was two guys lighting a Java log.
Hey, it's not that funny, Jimmy.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Right, let's get back to
There's a fire on my mouth. There's a fire on my roach.
Hey.
Thanks, Ed.
Teddy bear was on fire. Oh, fireman, please save my teddy bear. There's a fire on his shirt, there's a fire around his neck, there's a fire creeping up to his hair.
That's true about Steve.
Now the fire's on his feet, I can even feel the heat, oh, you haven't got a minute to spare. There's a fire on his nose, and it's dripping on his toes, now it's reaching for his eye and ear.
I'm a homo.
And now I'm losing weight, and I can't figure out why. I think I got the AIDS.
There's a fire in
Wait,
my
and
rear.
he sang, all the engines will soon be here.
I need that in my machine, too.
I purposely crash into this fire truck just so it doesn't get to
This
the fire.
actually sounds like Steve in a pair of panties running around the house, traipsing. That's the noise he makes as he daintily traipses.
Cried the fireman.
There's a fire on his shirt, there's a fire around his neck, there's a fire creeping up to his hair. Now the fire's on his feet, I can even feel the heat, oh, you haven't got a minute to spare. There's a fire on his nose, and it's sticking on his toes, now it's reaching for his eye and ear.
Shut up!
It is the second day you've chosen tricks to play, but there simply isn't any fire here.
Oh, boy.
Is this like about some guy who's like a gay guy who's like cock teasing people?
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Meow.
What are you doing in my house?
Sorry.
It's okay.
This song is 6 minutes long.
Well, we've cut some of it out.
Well, we got one more segment to play.
I hope
How many times
so.
did you play this?
As a kid?
Yeah, before your parents just fucking choked you.
Probably 8,000 on my little record player. I would pretend I was singing it. Where's the fire? I was a little boy.
What an awful
Were you doing
song
both
to
harmonies?
like.
Yeah,
I
where'd
don't
you
remember.
find this?
I have
It's a
no
horrid song
recollection.
to even like.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You've never heard this before, right?
Never heard
I've
this
never heard
It's a fucking toe tapper, though.
I'm wondering how many people had this album and later on in life like to be pissed on.
Hey, wow.
There's a fire on my chest. There's a fire all over. There's apparently a fire in my throat.
There's plastic in my tub.
Where's the copy? Where's the copy? Where's the copy? Where?
Where's the tranny? Where's the tranny? Hi, Big Daddy.
I'm
Hi,
here.
Big Daddy.
As you ask the tranny, where's the fire? Where's the fire? Oh, there's a fire on her wig. There's a fire on her tuck back.
I hate my hose. I hate my hose.
And I want to go to Brazil and get it taken off.
Here's the last segment of the song.
Not very long after this, the little boy was playing on the street corner when he looked up and saw...
Monster Rain.
Yes, his own house really was on fire.
Oh, no.
He ran down to the corner and pulled the alarm and waited and waited, but nobody came.
Dick.
It's happening, this time it's really true. My house is burning to the ground in flames of orange and blue. The alarm was still ringing, but there was no sign of the engines, and very soon there was nothing left of his house but black rubble and smoke.
And dead
The
parents.
little boy was very sorry that
This
he
is
had
when they
called
would
the
scare
fire
the
engine.
shit out of you with the lessons back in the day.
Yeah,
Somebody died.
Someone died. Where's my daddy? Where's my mom?
I fucking burned them down. As now you go, everybody runs the race and everybody gets a ribbon nowadays.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me tell you something.
No
Back in
more
the
scaring
day,
shit. No more scaring the shit out of the kid.
he learned his lesson, that boy. He bet you he never lit another fire. And it's funny, Steve got an email from my friend who was a little fire bug. My friend Jerry sent me an email about setting a fire, and I would like, Steve has it from,
Let's get
I got this. This is Jerry's a childhood friend of mine from when I was not this young, but probably like 8 years old. And I got an email from him recently, I guess, through MySpace or whatever, because maybe he listens to O&A.
An apology from him? You were so tussleable, couldn't resist.
No, the email's creepy, right?
No, it's funny. It's actually, I would like to know where it is.
All right, they're getting it right now.
It's
Let's
somewhere.
finish up the song here. 20 more seconds.
Thank God.
Rubble and smoke. The little boy was very sorry that he had called the fire engines all those other times when he hadn't needed them at all. I'll never tell another lie, for lies can sometimes stick. And when you tell the truth, they think it's just another trick.
Dick.
And that is the story of the little boy who cried fire.
Can you imagine the producers when they were recording this after one
Steve,
take?
do you know
How
what
was
I'm
that?
talking about?
I think we got it.
We got it.
That was
Yeah,
great.
but I missed a part on
Nah,
the...
you nailed it.
We'll fix it in the mix.
Maybe it was Stan or Danny. I sent it to somebody. Somebody had an email from me. It was a printed out email.
I think we had it in studio.
Yes, we
and
absolutely did. We
just
didn't
didn't get to it. Yeah. So
someone had it.
all right, we'll figure it out, Jimmy.
Okay.
We'll get it on. All right, why don't we take our first break and regroup? Is the doctor calling in next?
fire? Where's the
What?
fire?
9:30.
Doctor, who is this guy?
Charles Kimmelman. He's a doctor who deals with sleep apnea.
All right.
And I have some questions about that.
Yeah, well, he's on the phone. Could he wait through a little break?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a little break. Mel Gibson's the hot story, obviously. And Jay Leno had some fun with that last night on his fine TV show. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Still to come, Brother Joe, he was just on the WB11 News here in New York City with his tribute band. We got the audio, and we'll get Brother Joe on the phone to see how it went.
And more soap opera. More soap opera shit going on with his U2 tribute band, 2U.
The story you told in the office yesterday was really funny.
Oh, my dear sweet Jesus.
The guy actually said, now I'm going to go out there and fuck up the gig.
Yeah. It's classic Spinal Tap. Joe just needs now, it was a singer he had to replace.
Because his voice went, that's it, right?
The original singer's voice just went.
He was a great Bono,
Yeah.
he looked the part and everything.
Something, I guess you play enough, or you're singing every night almost, and his voice went. So he got a new one. And
the new guy I hear is really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then his drummer self-destructed, from what I hear. I wasn't at the gig. Master Poe was there, gentlemen. And apparently there was a bit of a problem between my brother and the drummer. Allegedly, as my brother tells it, The drummer was sauced and got belligerent with Joe and started like cursing him out in the middle of the place. Just cursing him out.
During the gig?
Saying shit like,
listen to this.
Why don't you just sap off your brother's fame, you cunt?
Wow.
Like shit like that. Like just out of nowhere. Just
So it was like a point, counterpoint kind of thing?
Yeah, like that. Very civil.
The
like
guy
in front of a gig. And Joe is just like, got to get through this gig. Just got to get through the fucking gig.
That's all he cares about.
And
He'll deal with
just,
the drummer after the gig.
Business, not get himself. And then the guy's getting right in his face.
Pro.
And then Poe walked over and he points at Poe, and this guy's like a little skinny guy. Points at Poe and goes, "Oh, what? You brought your fucking back up?" He goes, "I'm not scared of you." And points at Poe.
Oh, that's good.
And Poe would just like forget about it, like snap him with not even an effort, not even knowing he did.
He would kill you and not leave a mark.
Yeah. Not even
Twist
know.
him into a balloon animal.
That was it. There you go. And then, the kicker was when he was just like yelling at Joe and getting in his face. And he goes, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fuck the gig up then. I ain't going to even fucking play." So he gets up on stage, sits down, they go to start a song, and the guy starts doing a rendition worse than Jimmy's version.
He just started fucking the drum part up.
Back in the New York groove.
Look, man, I fully support Brother Joe. You know that.
Oh.
But that's hilarious.
It is hysterical.
It's hilarious.
When he's telling me this, he goes,
"Look, I'm pissed off, trust me. You know, but to hear that the guy goes, and now I'm going to fuck up the gig, and then in front of a sold-out crowd, he's up there just playing
just
different
smashing
drums.
cymbals and drums, not keeping time to the music." And as Joe's telling me this, I'm saying, I go, "Joe, you know," so he goes, "So we need a new drummer, so if you can get the word out." I go, "That's fine." I go, "But you know this is a fucking hysterical bit. This is a hysterical story." Not
So
really
do you
a
have
bit,
the audio
but
of this
story
guy
for the
just...
air.
Do we have the audio?
I don't know. I don't know if they tape
Joe
everything.
tapes all the shows, doesn't he?
I would assume if it was taped,
Because
we'd
he's just
have
up there drunk going, "Fuck you," and just
Fuck you, you motherfucker.
Did they get through the gig?
They must have played like a couple of songs.
I don't know. We'll find out from Brother Joe in a little while.
Yeah, find out what happened there.
So, no, that's funny and sad at the same time. Obviously,
Opan 2's down, Than. Why don't you get on that? Opan 2 down.
But the drummer's definitely gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's it. So,
Hey, why don't we talk to Dr. Charles Kimmelman?
Ooh.
He is an acclaimed and board-certified otolaryngologist.
Oh, boy.
What's otolaryngologist?
You really know how to pronounce that?
Yes, I do.
No, he doesn't.
We'll let the doctor do it first.
No, it doesn't.
Dr. Charles P. Kimmelman.
Yes.
Welcome aboard, Doc.
Hello, sir.
How do you pronounce that very long word?
Otolaryngology.
That's what I thought. All right.
Otolaryngology.
Ear, nose, and throat.
Ear, nose, and throat.
Now, do you do
You think all those things would be connected for one guy to work on all three? Why all three?
Well, because they are connected.
Wow.
That's a very good thought. You're very, very insightful.
Wait, I have a question here.
Is he going to say you station tube at some point in this?
I have a feeling serious questions are going to start shortly. Are you located in New York?
I am.
Are you like I have very bad sinuses. I'm always stuffy. Do you do like the sinus reconstructions?
Yes, I do.
Are you good at it?
Yes.
You ever been sued?
Has any doctor ever been sued?
No.
Or me?
Yeah,
All
you.
doctors have been sued.
Yeah.
Is that a yes then?
Yes.
Yes.
Bunch of smart asses out there think they can make a quick buck is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, my thing is this. You said you can stop snoring. Now, I've heard of the surgery where you implant the little teeny tubes in back of somebody's throat, right? The soft palate?
Yes.
Is that the technical jargon there, teeny tubes?
Yeah, yes.
No,
ass.
but it aptly describes it.
Yeah, it's a teeny
they're
tube.
like little cylinders made of a stiff Dacron-like material.
Now, someone told me that was bad to put that foreign stuff in your body. Is that bad?
Well, it's pretty well tolerated. In fact, this kind of material has been used for 50 or 60 years for various reasons.
Really?
In other parts of the body. Yeah.
Now, my friend was telling me that what happens is when somebody is snoring, if there's an apnea situation, what you have to, because of a skin flap movement, if you're not going to get it fixed, then a sinus reconstruction. I mean, it's just got to kind of revolve around the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, certainly the nose is involved in it, but
Is
it's
it?
not as major a role
Who
as...
the fuck booked this guy?
It
What's
was
that?
the It's not just the nose. What you're talking
Not
about
just
is
the nose,
the
it's
back
the
of the throat.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where you snore from, really.
Exactly. That's where the sound comes.
So is it a
You're
big
doing them for free?
lump of flesh back there flapping around that does it?
Right. The soft palate, the back part of the roof of the mouth where the uvula is, that little piece that hangs down and
Yes,
flutters.
the punching bag in cartoons.
Right, the punching bag.
Of course.
That's right. Cum stopper.
That plays a major role in generating the sound, but also the back part of the tongue and the side walls of the throat participate in this closure and relaxation. And that narrows the airway, and so the turbulence of air that results causes the fluttering and the flapping, just like the rapids in a river.
Well, like a lot of times, like if I'm like, how long does it take to take effect if you actually do that surgery? How long does it take to take effect?
Anywhere from a few weeks to a few months.
It takes
So
that
you have
long
be
for it to
patient.
wake?
Yeah, sometimes it does.
Like if I'm hanging out with my father and he's like, would give me like a Roman war helmet or something like that, I'm still gonna have trouble breathing?
Well,
my health doesn't allow it.
Well, for a short period of time, yeah.
Any type of
but
activity,
eventually,
yeah.
if you put up with it, you will be rewarded.
Will you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The hell. Yeah.
How long have you been doing these?
2 years.
Have you?
Yeah.
2 years, and yeah, you got a success record.
70-80%.
What is it with like drinking? Because I know a lot of people either if they're fat or drink a lot, they get sleep apnea.
Exactly. That plays a big role during the deepest phase of sleep. All the muscles.
Someone
relax.
wake me up when this horse shit is done.
Especially in the throat, that can be affected and made a lot worse by alcohol.
By alcohol? Now, why is that?
Because the alcohol relaxes muscles.
Does it?
Ah, and then when the muscles are relaxed, the tissue that is being held by the muscles kind of loosens up.
Exactly, and collapses
flaps
and
around.
closes off.
Does it?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, what is this the bed partners of chronic snorers, overwhelmingly women, often bear the brunt and a higher risk of fatigue and even hearing loss?
Exactly.
Now, how is that possible?
Well, snoring can be pretty loud, and if your ear's right next to the person, it can affect you.
So you're saying if your rear is close to the person,
right?
That's
good
snoring.
it usually is, unless you're sleeping at the foot of the bed or something.
Well, you wouldn't sleep at the foot of the bed or something, but I can understand how
69.
the snoring, if your rear is closer to the person.
Right, and some of these people snore so loud, the neighbors down the block hear them. Oh,
Do they?
And I never thought, I thought like other things, maybe music or something, but I never thought snoring into your ear would make any damage.
Well, over a period of time it can. One night won't.
How many decibels is that when they snore that loud?
Good question.
I know
It can be
above
up
90.
30, 50, 60 decibels.
And that's comparable? That's comparable to what type of maybe machinery or something else we could put in perspective?
Well, it's like turning your iPod up.
Is it? Into your like full volume and just have that there.
Actually, I heard until you go above 85
In your ear.
decibels, that's okay.
Yeah, 85 is about right, I think.
Yeah, 85 for
So if you're snoring at 50, that's really not a problem, is
Because
it?
I've heard when you put that iPod thing, the pods in your ear, and turn it up loud, you could do some damage.
Doctor, I do a lot of production. I do a lot of production work.
Steve now coming into the conversation.
Hi, I do a lot of production, but yet my life partner, he snores rather loudly, and I think it's beginning to affect my hearing. What can I possibly do to stop that?
Sleep in a different room.
Can I?
That can't be possible.
No, but
yes.
maybe he should.
If I sleep in the other room, there'll be no reach around.
They're attached at the hips.
Hey, Dr. Kimmelman.
Right.
We got an actual snore. I'm going to play a clip of someone snoring.
Okay.
You're not going to believe that this is actually someone snoring, but it is, and I want you to tell everybody what's going on here.
Professional opinion, maybe.
All right.
I know it's a little hard over the phone, but
this, I swear to you, too, that you're not going to believe this is an actual snore, but it really is. Here we go.
Doctor,
that's my point.
Have you ever heard anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
You have?
Sounds like a small animal rape.
Isn't that great? It sounds like a velociraptor.
Yeah.
So how would you like to be with that all night?
No, not at all. You'd never sleep. The bed would be shaking.
Yeah.
Right.
Your liquor cabinet would be empty.
What can you tell us about that snore?
Well, that snore is near total obstruction. Not totally, because then there's no sound at all.
Near total obstruction. Let me ask you this question, sir. Can the lack of oxygen give somebody with a snore like that some type of brain damage?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, it can cause strokes, it can cause heart attacks, high blood pressure, all sorts of other metabolic dysfunction.
Can it cause maybe some type of damage to
the nervous system?
the brain, where maybe you wouldn't be attentive?
Exactly.
And maybe
attention deficit.
You'd shake a lot?
Perhaps, yeah.
Interesting. Almost total blockage.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, let's go to Bill in Arizona. He has a question for the boring doctor.
Hello, Bill.
Bill, what's up?
Hello, Bill.
Hey, gentlemen, how are you? I was hoping the doctor might be able to help. It's actually my wife who's the snorer.
Now, that's odd. Quickly, Bill. Now, doctor, many of the times it's men, correct?
Right, but also women snore.
Women do snore. Okay,
That's right.
Bill from Arizona, please continue.
Well, there is another issue, too. It is more based on her gag reflex.
Uh-huh.
And she has a terrible gag reflex. Now, I'm not a large individual, but she does gag quite frequently.
I don't know if this is the doctor's specialty over here.
It's part of it.
But it must be part of it, a gag reflex.
Sure. Well, gag
my big
deep in the
question
throat, right?
Yeah. Well, my big question is that she usually gags, when she's snoring. So my question is, do I need to wake her up in order to have oral sex?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is a good question.
Wake her up to have oral sex?
Yeah, I don't think that's really his expertise.
I don't know. He is a sleep apnea.
That's a little out of my
That is a little out of
Well,
the league.
are you saying that you kind of climb
He wasn't
on?
talking about penetration. He was talking about oral.
Now, I don't believe that's
Well, that's the only way I'm able to get her to stop snoring. I'm having trouble getting her to stop snoring, but that's one way. But she does gag.
To use her face like it's a piece of liver?
The procedure that we've been talking about would be an alternative.
Yes.
Well, that's true. What do they call that procedure?
Pillar procedure, because the little implants are pillars. They look like little columns, to hold up the roof. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Was that kill her?
Pillar.
Because a friend of mine who lives in Modesto, I think he tried that procedure as well.
He actually, and that worked for him, didn't it? Because his wife doesn't snore anymore.
Yeah.
Right. His kid was snoring, too.
We all know the story. It's terrific.
Yeah, that stopped the
All
snoring.
right, well, I'm punching out. Thank you, good doctor, and
wish we could.
Happy birthday.
So I'm glad, Doctor, you can, go with some of those questions. Because with the callers, we never know what we're going to get over here.
Yeah.
The spontaneity is good.
Yeah, but, we want to pretty much stick to the sleep apnea problem here.
We try to have a medley of merriment.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. Oh, boy. Doc? Doc?
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin's on the line from New York. Yes, Kevin.
Hi, Doctor. I just wanted to ask you, is it a very exciting job that you have? Because it sounds very, very exciting.
Kevin's asking if the job itself is exciting.
Is this Big Kev, by the way? Because a lot of Kevins call our show. I think this is Big Kev, yeah. Go ahead, Big Kev. Continue.
Well, it just seems like a very exciting job. Do you have any interesting stories from this profession?
You mean from ear, nose, and throat in general?
Yes, it seems like one of the more exciting types of specialties.
Well, it is, because ear, nose, and throat is what makes you human, right? Our ability to communicate like we're doing now.
Oh!
Hearing, speaking, language.
What?
All of that is what we do.
Never thought of it that way, but I bet a foot doctor says we couldn't walk if it wasn't for me.
That's right. I mean, what you're saying is that one doctor will say one thing, and yet podiatry will say another, and yet in another case, a chiropractor will say another, and yet somebody who probably specializes in other areas of the teeth, the dentist will say the other.
Chiropractor,
an ophthalmologist will say the other about the eyes. Like, without the eyes, we don't see each other.
Right.
Or maybe somebody else, like a chest doctor, would make that point with a chest, or a heart specialist.
You're not going to live very long.
Cardiologist, perhaps, or somebody that might specialize in the liver and small intestines.
Right.
Gastroenterologist.
Gastroenterologist, we all know that.
Something like that. Wow, okay.
But your nose
AIDS.
and throat, that's where it's at.
That's where it's at.
You're an ENT.
That's right.
That's like 3 things, though, to know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're a doctor, maybe you want to study the foot.
Or the colon and the fist.
Right.
Big Kev is back. Big Kev.
Yeah, this is the real Big Kev. I'd like to ask the doctor, I was born without a sense of smell. Will I ever get it back?
That's very interesting because there are very few people who do a lot of smell and taste work, and I'm one of them. Who does it? So that's another interesting
I got a
field of
question.
mine.
Big Kev can't smell, but he still loves junk food.
Wow.
Like, I don't get that, Big Kev.
I don't love junk food.
Well, you can't taste things either, right?
I mean, I can taste most things.
Yeah, but most of the flavor of food is both smell and taste, and of that, smell is the most important. But if he's never smelled since birth, then his body is focused on
the crunching sound of the Doritos.
Well, not only that.
Yesterday's segment left a bad taste in his mouth.
All there is to taste per se is sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. But the flavor of food is mostly smell. So he's developed highly his sense of gustation or taste, sweet, sour, salty, and bitter.
So he's like a superhero with a sense of taste. So it's kind of really useless.
That's right. Like when he's asking questions, he can taste an interview dying in his mouth.
Good example.
Speaking Good example.
Holy shit.
God damn, Kev.
Thank you.
By the way, sweet, sour, and salty, bitter are the the tastes we usually talk
shit,
about.
we don't know how
but
to end this
in the
crap.
Japanese culture,
yes,
they
Japanese
recognize
culture.
a lot of other ones, and one of them is
Do they?
umami.
That's like bukkake, right?
No, it's the taste of glutamate.
What's
monosodium glutamate?
Oh, that they put in their food.
Right. But it's a savory, meaty kind of taste.
I thought we were all the same inside. How could another different race?
Right.
Well, it's just a cultural thing. It's not that we can't taste it. But
Are you saying they've been given the gift of the ability to taste something we can't, yet we have been given the gift of driving?
Right.
Well, Doc, do we have glutamades here?
Do we have glutamate?
Glutamades.
Yeah.
Oh, glutamate?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What that's called? What is that?
What is
Glutamate.
it?
Glutamates. Which is
I thought you were a specialist.
Yeah.
Right. We have
Glutamates.
that. Not only that, it's in your body. It's an amino acid that's also used by the brain to transmit electrical signals. Yeah.
Oh my God, he's still talking.
So they're good for you.
They're good for you, yeah.
If you put in ones like from Chinese food or something, do they go to the places that need to go to?
Yeah, but there's too much of it, and that's why you get a buzz.
Yeah, but a lot of doctors have come out and said that's a rumor, though, and it hasn't happened that way.
It's a population problem.
Oh, this is a bit that's never going to end. It's not going to end good.
That's no, that's great. This is informing a lot of people about a very serious problem that I don't think they look at as serious. Because as growing up, a lot of cartoons and shows have shown snoring as something
funny.
Humorous and funny,
Exactly.
and it's a very serious
It
problem.
can be a serious problem.
Like, Reggie...
And now there's a solution.
I was saying something!
Jimmy?
Reggie White,
Reggie White died of it, right.
Wow.
He died of,
Obstructive
I was
sleeping.
saying that!
Jimmy!
Sleep apnea.
Wow.
Be nice to our guest, Jimmy.
No, I am, but I'm trying to say something. Forget it, I won't talk.
Good. Jim, you're going to get suspended, man. You have to treat the guests a little bit.
Yes, I love the guest. I'm happy you're on this show, but I've had this problem, and I was the one that said I would like somebody to help clarify it.
You know what rhymes with snore?
Yes.
Shore is one thing.
Whore.
Door.
And
Core. Lore.
So what's the procedure for making
Store.
your sinuses bigger?
Snore.
Because I was having some difficulty sleeping.
Right.
And,
It depends.
I'm not finished!
You have to evaluate the patient. Surgery like that is indicated in certain instances, but not in everybody. Basically,
I'm not done yet!
That's terrible. I'm
basically
sorry.
making the openings between the sinuses and the nose larger, so air enters the sinus cavity and the secretions exit it.
What are you doing in my house?
No, he's asking, do you make house calls?
Oh, in your house? No, not usually.
How long
we
would
have equipment?
I was trying to ask you something!
Okay. Go ahead.
Is it possible?
James?
Yeah.
How long would it take to get it done?
To get what done? The sinus operation? The operation itself?
What's wrong, Jimmy?
I was trying to finish.
Okay.
Because it's hard to breathe. It's very hard for me to breathe a lot of the times.
Okay.
That's why we have you on the show today, Doc. Jimmy's very agitated because he's not sleeping at night and he has some kind of nasal problem.
I think you should make an appointment right away.
Where exactly? I want to see your. Where are you located? We'll definitely give you a good plug. Because I'm trying to ask you a question.
45 East 72nd Street, New York City.
Are you reputable?
I believe I am. Yes.
Tearing the ass out of me.
Do you have a website?
I have a website, www.stopsnoringnewyork.com.
Oh, I thought it was I'mAboard.com.
Is it NY or New York?
No.
New York.
So stop snoring, NEWYORK.com.
Yes. You advertise in the subways?
I'mAboard.org. It's not even good enough to get the .com.
That's always a red flag. They got like a website and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're hyping a band. The guy's actually going to work on your nose.
Well, it's a way of getting information out.
It's the word out. It's the goddamn 2006. Everybody's on the internet.
Exactly.
Billy Burr.
He's paying for his yacht.
We don't need encyclopedias anymore.
Right.
The internet.
It's the future. Thank God this guy's in touch with the future. You go to some of these guys that got volumes of books behind them. What the hell good are those?
Hey, Doc, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
A doctor.
Yeah.
What kind of doctor?
Well, I didn't really know. I was willing to
a vagina doctor?
Yeah, did you ever do the gynecology?
Well, in medical school you do, but you know what?
Wow. But that was icky, right?
Delivering babies were fine, but the other stuff...
Wait, why would you want to be a vagina doctor?
Why?
We ask doctors this all the time. Like, if I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to go for the vagina doctor.
Most of your patients are over 60.
Some inborn issue there they have to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that the medical profession has changed a lot recently because of litigation and lawsuits?
Absolutely.
And
it makes us...
All right, go ahead. You talk.
It has to, have to worry about that all the time.
Doc, he wasn't done with his question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And who usually wins?
Yeah, there you go.
And who usually wins?
I don't know.
The insurance companies.
Right.
The lawyers, right?
Right. Look,
listen to me breathe.
Oh.
I'm not done breathing.
Wait, I want to finish.
Me too. Now you know how that hurts.
Is a process, it's one-on-one.
Is it?
A lot of the
nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle it.
All right, Steve. Sorry.
A lot of the benefit is the doctor talking to the patient, going over,
No.
how to help, and that's what's changed.
No.
No, you're not agreeing, Steve?
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
He doesn't agree with you.
Okay. Well,
Steve's like that, though. He's very disagreeable.
Get the fuck out now.
No, Steve. Back to production.
Are there certain foods that are more likely to cause, like I have a very bad thing in the back of my throat where I'm always going, I always have to clear my throat. Is that tied in with my nasal drip? Like I take Mucinex a lot.
Yes. Especially dairy products make that worse.
You go ahead. I wasn't done, but go ahead.
Yeah, dairy products will make the saliva thicker and give you more of a problem like that.
A lot of times, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt my question. A lot of times I'll have coffee, and I'm fine, and yet I'll have a cup of coffee, and the next thing you know, I got to take 2 Mucinex, so I'm not clearing my throat every 10 seconds.
Yeah, do you have cream in the coffee?
What's that? Yeah, jump right in.
Cream in the coffee?
No, I don't. I have fat-free or lactate.
Yeah, well, that'll do it too.
All right, well, will it?
Yeah, so drink it black. See what happens.
I can't drink it black.
Okay.
I don't like it black. I'm trying to say, help me here, Henry, if I want.
Well, why don't you drink Hawaiian Punch?
Nah, that does it too. There's certain beverages that just do it. But it really is a problem for me. I always have a feeling I get this thin trail of booger spit in the back of my throat. It drives me
let me tell you something.
Go ahead, sorry, I didn't mean to ask a question.
You something.
You're right, you would know, you're the doctor.
All right, you're making fun of it, but mucus is good. We can't live without mucus.
No, I didn't say let's remove all mucus like it's in the Warsaw Ghetto in 1941. I was simply saying, how do I stop clearing my throat all the time? Well, I don't really know what to do about it. It's driving me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take like Mucinex, which does clear it up. But I notice I have to take more and more and more, and I'm not sure. It drives me crazy, and I think it's tied into the fact that I have bad sinuses.
Well, it very well may be. I mean, I have to examine you to find out what other factors are playing a role. Do you drink a lot of water?
I do, actually. I drink probably more water than is good for me. That's what people have been telling me my whole life. I'm in the bathroom a lot, which I thought meant diabetes, but it turns out that it's just I drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not too sure if that helps. It does help a little bit. But I like that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just talk to you. All right, go ahead. Now, how do you diagnose me if we're both talking?
And then there are certain kinds of sprays that can be used in the nose to hydrate you better.
Yeah, can they?
Yeah.
Like
and,
what?
And if you're taking
sorry. Go ahead, right away. What would you recommend spray-wise?
Something called Clear, X-L-E-A-R.
Queer?
Yes, spelled X-L-E-A-R. It is a saltwater spray with a sugar in it called xylitol. It cleans up the nose.
But I've tried like saline rinses and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, try the Clear.
What's that? I don't even know how to spell Clear.
X-L-E-A-R.
That's not how you spell Clear, and I'm never going to find that or remember it, and our listeners won't remember that. I mean, I'm trying to get help here. I tried steroids. They gave me steroids to shoot up my nose.
No, it's not going to happen.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, and all of a sudden I'm the dummy.
Right.
They don't work, the steroids, and this Clear thing you're talking about.
You listen to me and get the Clear.
I tried that one time. The steroids are no good.
No, the Clear is not a steroid.
I don't care what the sexual orientation is. It's not important to me.
All right. Well, if you want to get better, you'll listen to me.
I am trying to listen to you, but you won't let me get a word in. You keep interrupting me, and I'm trying to tell you my problems.
Okay.
I can't breathe at night. I have stuffy noses.
Mm-hmm.
And I snore, and it's bothering me.
Well, come on in and we'll take care of it.
And that's the answer for everything, isn't it?
Well, it's an answer for you.
It's not an answer for me. I need help now. What kind of spray can I buy?
I just told you.
I don't have steroids.
No. It's not a steroid. All right. I love being the butt of the joke.
No, we're having a good time with you, but I really do have serious. I do actually have very bad sinuses, and I actually do have a very bad throat.
Yeah, let's.
So you're saying like sprays probably aren't that good,
right? But for some,
time.
You know,
what type would be the best?
Well, for what condition? For what he has?
Yes.
Yeah.
Something that moistens and hydrates the nose, makes it wetter.
My health doesn't allow it.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess.
It's a health problem.
Yeah.
You know, my wife used to...
No, she's dead.
used to take sprays.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good evening.
Chris in Jersey has a question for the good doctor. Chris?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, you're on with the doctor.
I had a question for the doctor. I have a very irregular snore. It started up ever since I was a kid. I was at a particular sleepover. We were up in a tree house, and my friend asked me if he would, he could do oral treats for me. And ever since then, I've had this very strange snore. It's cheep, 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 cheep. I was wondering if the doctor, could help me with that.
It goes like, let me see if I can get it right. I might have more of a handle on it.
You probably
I know what you're talking about. It's like.
That's exactly what it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question, Chris. Thank you.
You ever hear a snore like that? Because there's so many different types of snores.
That sounds like Popeye.
Please.
Food, all right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the pillar procedure...
Would you address the question?
Yeah, I mean, we got the joke. It sounds like Popeye, but the guy was very serious there, Doc.
No, I know. I mean, it's something that the pillar procedure would be...
What do pillows have to do with this?
Killer again?
Well, because it stabilizes the palate.
That's not... I heard that's a rumor.
Jews.
Yeah, I heard... he said it was a rumor.
A rumor? No, it's true.
Once you drink juice, something happens.
We got Jimmy Robinson that wants to ask a question. Jimmy Robinson, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Long Island.
All right, Jimmy. You got a question for the doctor?
Yes, doctor. Sometimes I have some really bloody, thick mucus when I wake up with my snoring at night. Someone told me about lighting a Java log and sleeping with that. Do you think that maybe that's making it like...
Good question. Doc?
I'm sorry, what did he say? Lighting a what?
Java log. Java log.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm lighting a Java log. It's like a manufactured chemical log that you put in your fireplace. and I'm not sure if maybe the blood is.
Oh. Well, yeah, those.
Wait.
You know, that might be irritating.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
Huh.
I have. Do you think?
And also, now that we got that out of the way, do we think that maybe my sleep would be increased with the help? You know, boom.
With the, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Is it possible?
Yeah, Jimmy will explain.
If you're snoring, just take something before bed.
Wow.
That will make you not snore as much.
Doc?
I didn't hear it.
Wow, you might.
I'm
you might want to look into your own ears.
That's
ironic.
Just enjoying a banana.
Can you look into your own ears? Do you do that?
Yeah, you can. We have a special fiber optic instrument that
Is that
we.
because you don't trust other doctors?
Well, no, I mean.
Come on, there's a lot of hacks out there.
Who would want anyone else poking around in the ear?
Yeah, that's true.
But, you know, if you wanted to look in your own ear, you can do it. Put it on TV camera and see it.
How many women do you usually get coming in?
For snoring?
Yeah.
About 5,
talking prostitution.
About 5% of them are women.
Now, do you
that doesn't mean that there's.
Sorry, I didn't ask the question, but you go right ahead with the dissertation.
That doesn't mean there's only 5%.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to actually host a radio show.
Yeah.
Feel free. Do they pay or do they have insurance?
Who?
The
women.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe if we were talking and listening and not talking, we would have other questions.
No, they have both. They pay or
the women
have
pay.
insurance.
Do you notice if the women that pay are of a better caliber than the women that have insurance?
That's an interesting question.
Money-wise.
Money-wise.
Yeah, usually they're more affluent.
Goddamn right.
Let's go to Travis in Oklahoma City. Travis, you got a question for the good doctor?
Is this Dr. Kimmelman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Kimmelman, my doctor was recommending that I come see you. That's so weird that you're on my favorite radio station. My doctor, Sparks, told me that I needed to come see you, and I just had a quick question. I was wondering, when you do this procedure, if you've ever stuck somebody's mouth?
I'm guessing an instrument.
Travis, could you say that again, please? I don't think the doctor... Doc, did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, Travis, if you will, again.
Yeah, don't lean... yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just wondering, when you do this procedure, do you ever stick your cock in your customer's mouth?
Now, dump that. I'm dumping out of that right now.
Make sure that doesn't go out.
Callers get through the
What are you saying that? What is that? I mean...
And why don't we talk to... I know we got another guy here that wants to get in on this. Frank the Frowner's got a big problem. He's got some kind of a mouth... Your work...
Doctor!
Here's Frank the Frowner, Doc.
Doctor!
Yes?
I have a problem with my lips. I always look like I'm frowning, no matter how happy I am on the inside.
You're sorry?
No! Pay attention to me. I said I always look like I'm frowning. Regardless of how happy I am on the inside. And I was wondering if there was anything that could be done to my facial tissue.
Well...
Do you know it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile? I was once told by an older Negro who was forcing himself down my throat.
Now, doctor, is that true? We've heard that for years, that it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. Is this just a urban myth?
Is that true or is it a misnomer?
Yes.
Because I've always wondered.
It does.
It is. Yeah.
Wow. How many muscles does it take?
32.
To do what? You're not clarifying. You're just yelling numbers.
All right, Frank.
Frank, calm down a little bit. Please don't be mean to our guest.
Well, that's another aspect of being human, the ability to have facial expression.
That's the problem. My mother, I had fetal alcohol syndrome. She drank a lot, and my father practiced judo on her belly.
And that caused the problem with it. Makes him look like he's frowning all the time. You ever hear of that?
No.
Wow.
All right,
Let's go to Nick in Wyoming. Nick?
Yeah,
Yes, hi guys. I'd like to speak to the doctor, please.
All right, Dr. Charles
You're
P.
on.
Kimmelman.
Yes.
Doc, how are you? Listen, every night before I go to bed, I drink a couple of drinks. I drink bikini teenies mostly. And me and the boys in Wyoming in the mountains, we love to drink bikini teenies. Would that affect my throat because I have a problem breathing at night then?
Yes, it would. It'll make you more likely to snore. And
Why? Why is that, Doc?
Because it relaxes the muscles during the deepest phase of sleep excessively, and that allows the throat to close off, and that causes the snoring.
So should I give up the bikini teenies? Is it the bikini teenies in particular, or maybe is it should I drink maybe coffee, or what should I do? I like the alcohol, but bikini teenies are my choice.
That's a tough one.
Don't drink late at night, otherwise you're going to snore.
Wow.
Okay, Doc. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
That's great advice we could have got from a 10-year-old.
I'm getting an instant feedback question here. It's from Modesto, California. This guy's saying that his wife is pregnant and she started snoring to the point where he can't even take it anymore.
Exactly.
Do pregnant women snore?
Yes, they're more likely to snore because of the extra weight and fluid they have during that.
Is that grounds for an abortion?
Yeah.
Is that what?
What? Grounds for an abortion.
Well,
no.
I think you should,
temporary.
Maybe find a different way around that.
Oh, okay.
But extra weight, that might help him out in the second part of his question that I'm reading. Okay.
Yep.
Would you say that what percentage of people with apnea who have not had any type of reconstructive surgery, would you say?
Yeah. Oh my God, this is never gonna end. Holy shit. We don't know what end is. Usually we have a big finish. Instead, we're all snoring our asses off. But how about this guy stinks? This guy stinks so nice. Holy shit.
Do you think he's still listening?
Oh my God.
Is anybody there?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Did you finish your question?
Hello?
I guess everybody fell asleep.
Now, my question was about the percentage of people who have an apnea who have never had any type of reconstructive surgery.
Go ahead, go on, leave pardon you.
My question is, are those people less likely or more likely to enjoy a full health if
If what?
Right. If please don't avoid the question. Please address this head on.
Please what?
Address this question head on.
You didn't finish it.
I did.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Can you repeat it?
Once again, you gotta get your ears checked.
No, he can't repeat it.
Do you know what it sounds like? My girlfriend snores a lot, which is really annoying.
We've done it. I think the mission's complete. We've put our entire audience to sleep.
Yeah. I just want to say one last thing.
Yes?
Only if the doctor's listening.
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Here I am. I'm waiting.
Yes!
Whatever happened to the days of Fraser Crane?
Huh?
Shut up!
Remember he used to say, "I'm listening"?
By the way, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
I'm not sure what you mean. Fraser Crane how? It was Kelsey Grammer. Are you talking about when he allegedly...
Because they were in Seattle.
Oh, it was, what?
Yeah, he was in Seattle.
Well, he allegedly hooked up with his 13-year-old babysitter when he was here in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, we all know that.
Do you align yourself with those kinds of behavior?
No.
What's your website again?
What is it? Stopsnoringnewyork.com?
Yes.
Stop whining.
Hold on now.
Any final statements about this? Because it is actually a very serious subject.
It is a serious subject, and I think people ought to know that there's a way to treat it.
Yeah,
so
Doc,
that they don't have to bother everybody.
Doc, we had some fun with you, but please, give it the big plug here and give it the big,
Yeah, this is something that really is much better than the older treatments, and it really avoids hospitalization, cutting, stitches, general anesthesia, and it's something that people ought to be aware of and look into if it's appropriate for them. And it is a new technique that people have not heard about enough, and that's why we're here trying to let people know about it. Yep. Serious issue with health concerns in terms of, as we mentioned, high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, problems with attention, falling asleep all the time. It can change your life if this problem is corrected. And it involves a large percentage of the population. Upwards of half the population snores, and a significant number of people have sleep apnea. They may not even realize it. So if that is applicable to any of your listeners, tell them to check the website and give me a call if they want. Anybody else have any questions? Hello? I hope I haven't put everybody to sleep. Switching gears, who would like to talk about voice? How about hearing? How about lumps in the neck? Well, this is the most animated interview I've ever given, I must say. Is anybody there?
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
That guy should have hung up like fucking 2 hours ago.
Oh my God, I've never seen so many pissed off people in my life on instant feedback. Oh, are they angry? Go fuck yourselves. Sometimes it's just about us.
It was interesting, and it was really good, and
oh wow. And he hung in there.
It might have went a little too long. What can I tell you?
He hung in there like a trooper.
All right, we'll continue with these.
Let's get the energy back in the show. John in Jersey, what do you have for the program?
I don't understand how anybody could think that was bad radio. I was cringing so hard I got a hernia.
Yeah.
That was so uncomfortable, yet I couldn't tell anymore.
Well, here's the deal. Anthony was saying it during the break. People either really, really, really loved the last hour of radio, or they hated it. There was no real in-between there.
Yeah, no in-between.
I enjoyed it myself there.
It was fun.
I mean, and those guys, doctors can be such like dismissive pricks because I deal with them with my job, and I couldn't even help but feel sorry for the guy.
Right.
I think
and he's just hung in there so long. It was just.
I think Jimmy's new character alone.
Mm-hmm.
Interrupted guy.
Yeah.
Angry interrupted guy.
Is
just the fact that was born out of that nasty mess is well worth it. All right. Hysterical.
In fact, the founder got in. It was just complete radio.
The problem is the doctor hung in there way too long because we don't want to fake it. We were waiting for the guy to hang up, and it took forever.
Guy was like fucking Rocky.
Yeah.
I liked him, actually.
It wouldn't go down. All right, John. Thank you. Let's move on. What's going on with Fidel Castro?
Apparently he's
eating a London broil.
That whole guy.
Castro undergoes surgery, hands power to brother. I didn't even know he had a brother.
Who
knew?
Got a bro.
Had no idea.
Yeah, he handed power over, but a lot of people saying this is just a little propaganda. People are saying.
Hold on. People are saying.
Fox News alert. Please, come on.
How old is he now?
People are saying.
58.
Yeah.
He might be a little older than that, Jim.
70. 80 years old.
He's 80.
80 years young, I like to say.
He's 80. I got it, Anthony, for you.
Right?
Is he 80?
He played for the Staten Island Yankees, didn't he?
Fox News alert. This just in. People are saying that Fidel Castro may be dead. May be dead. We're working on this story.
Where's that coming from?
A report is out in the field. Blah, 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 blah.
Where?
Blah, blah, blah,
It's
blah,
coming
blah,
from
blah.
Little Havana.
Coming from Little Havana, where they're saying that
good old Florida today.
They pull these shenanigans all the time, and they're saying that Fidel
Who's
is
saying that?
dead. People are saying.
People are saying that?
People are saying probably dead, and the brother is in charge, but they will keep Fidel, like the idea of him alive,
right?
So people don't get scared. And
then kind of like fade into the new regime.
Yeah. They'll they're under his iron fist even.
So
when
were those
dead.
people in the streets
like Tupac
supposed to be celebrating that he's dead or that his brother's taking over?
I think they were celebrating that. Let me get. The people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying they're celebrating because he's dead. That's what people are saying.
Castro cedes power. All right. Hey, we got an update on the library jerker.
Library jerker.
Do you remember this story?
Yes, he did the only fun thing you can do in a library.
Yeah, here's the recap of the story. And then we have the update.
Interview with Carl Monday, Michael Cooper admitted to pleasuring himself near the children's section at the Berea Library.
Wow.
He was on a pornographic website at the time. It's a story we've been following since May. Today, Cooper was in court for sentencing. Carl Monday was there too.
Buy a computer.
His inner monologue just the whole time must be, this is so wrong. This is so wrong.
I'm going to get caught.
I can hear the kids in the background. Focus on the site.
I'm going to get caught.
That's it, you dirty whore. This is so wrong.
Well, here's the update. Here's the update.
In many respects, this particular offense was a blessing in disguise because it was really a wake-up call to him.
One of the conditions of Cooper's probation is not allowed to step foot at a public library, or for that matter, anywhere where children might congregate. Because of the sensitivity of this story, we asked Cooper's attorney to ask her client to make a brief statement after sentencing. She agreed. Apparently, Cooper didn't want any part of it. Cooper and his parents quickly escaped the courthouse through another door. Michael, you didn't seem too happy about the sentence. Any comment?
Get the hell away from me!
I said get out of here now.
Nice.
Away from me!
Is that on YouTube?
We attempted to leave. Cooper and his dad tried to get in the last word.
Hey! You too! Get the out of my face! Get in there.
Turn it off or I'll shove it. Turn it off. Now, turn it off. Seconds later, a Berea police officer brought the incident under control.
Mr. Cooper! Walk away from Get him out of my Walk away from me right now. Get out of here. Where's my kid?
In Berea, Carl Monday, Channel 3 News.
What's my problem? You're in my fucking house. No, nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle it.
The best part is the anchorman with the very smooth delivery. And then what you'll see here is...
wouldn't you just be, like, how's the cameraman not just going, what's the matter, library kids section jerk-off guy? You a little pissed? kids section jerk off guy.
You seem a little edgy. Why don't you rub one out?
Yeah. Why don't you just jack off?
You know why he's edgy? The reporter there who was asking the question as he's leaving the
13-year-old boy
leaving the courthouse.
No,
he was the one that busted the guy originally.
Really?
Or did the story originally that got him in all the trouble.
Ah.
So he's kind of just rubbing it in a little bit.
Rubbing it in?
Or rubbing it.
Hey, why don't we try to get this guy on the phone?
Yeah, that would
He's
be
from
good.
Ohio, right? He may even be a listener of this show.
I'm sure he is.
Sure he is.
He's going to have a lot of...
He sounds like one of ours.
A lot of the characteristics.
Yes.
All right, can we get Brother Joe on the line?
Jacking off.
So there's the update on that. It got a little ugly.
For what?
What do you use this for? Jacking off?
Warren Jerome.
Is that Charles Bronson movie?
Oh, yeah.
That was what movie
Which one was
that?
that?
10 to Midnight. The guy with
10
the
to
great
Midnight.
ass.
Oh, that was a
Warren something. His name is Warren.
Jacking off.
It's for jacking off. It's just holding this.
Jacking off.
Look like a hairdryer with a plastic vagina on the end of it.
Jacking off.
Let's go to St. Louis. Dave, what's up?
Hey, buddies. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Love you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
That's what I call a hands-on learning experience.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Thanks.
Hands-on learning at the library.
You just gave us a Menaki.
I had to rip a picture out of a book once, and I thought I was committing the biggest crime ever. I believe I was in the 6th grade, and I was in the public library.
So you can whack off to the picture?
We were on a field trip, of course. We were on a field trip to the library.
And wipe himself, too.
And they were... they were, teaching us about the library, and I found, again, the photography section.
Right.
No, you go right for the photography section, you're going to find a section with nudes. So I found this picture of some chick, big 70s Earth Mama muff, and, big tits, and I wanted that picture.
Pulse
I needed
quickening.
it. Just worked up into a frenzy. My hands are sweating. I'm just like, I need this picture. I could jack to it for, forever. So
it's really hard to steal something with a full-on hard-on.
Yeah, I'm shaking. I had a rod. I'm all nervous. I'm thinking how embarrassing it would be to get caught. So I took that book and a bunch of other books and went to a table that was far away from, like, a lot of people, but there was still a couple of people around. And I opened up the book I needed the jacking picture to and a couple of other books and kind of covered it a little like I was reading. And so slowly, so as to not make any noise, ripped this entire probably 8-inch long piece of paper out of this book where it's like just so slowly, and every time someone came over I'd cover the book with another book. Like I'm reading,
and you're thinking in your head, almost there.
And I swear my heart's going boom 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 boom, and I'm sweating and I'm looking around all guilty. And then you get to the last like couple of inches of paper, you're like, I'm almost there, just get it. And then I got it, folded it up, and I had to fold it like in the book. So I folded it in half and shut the book, then I open it back up, fold it, shut the book, which would fold it a little more until it was big enough to put in my pocket, small enough to put in my pocket.
Did you do the awful stretch?
Anything I could do to like let people know I wasn't doing this.
Yeah.
And then brought had a great jack to it. It was perfect. The end.
The end. All right, we got Brother Joe on the WB11 morning news.
Yeah.
His U2 tribute band was on there. I guess they're doing a tribute band contest.
Oh, by the way, Mom, turn the radio off for what I just said. Okay, it's settled. Oh, shit, it don't work that way.
We need the pest to go to WB11.com to vote for Brother Joe so he can move on.
Yes.
And to you. Here is the segment.
Okay, let's...
In sections. Here's the first segment.
Let's listen.
All right, it's day 2 of our Battle of the Tribute Bands, where you get to vote for your favorite to perform live on our show Friday morning. Today's band says they're not U2, but they claim to be the next best thing. We caught up with the tribute band 2U at Calico Jack's Cantina here in New York.
U2 is one of the longest-running and most popular bands in music today, so it's easy to see why the members of the Long Island tribute band 2U would want to pay homage.
I learned how to sing by singing, U2 songs growing up and
really?
stuff.
So which was the first one that you knew all of the words to?
Probably Desire.
Now, when they were singing Beautiful Day, was that Joe's band, or was that really U2?
Ah, see? Who the fuck knows?
Sounded like really U2 to me.
How about we ask Joe?
All right, Joe. Joe.
Yes, sir.
Joe.
Joe?
What?
Hey, Brother Joe.
Was that your band or was that you too?
No, that was U2. They used trailers like, when they put it up front.
They did.
Oh yeah, that was U2. That wasn't us.
Bastards.
I would have said it was you guys.
Yeah, I would have said, yeah.
Well, we sound like that.
What the hell?
We wouldn't be doing it as long as we've been doing it if we didn't,
I got to address a couple of people. No, I wasn't ripping out a picture of Hitler, and don't let Ann fool you. He was jacking to Holocaust pictures. No, I was not.
Was it a girl in a little red dress in a black and white book?
Jesus Christ.
All right, hold on, Joe.
Shit.
All right, so that's the first segment. Second
Assholes.
segment. Here's Brother Joe. He's talking about not looking like the Edge and loving about the crowd. The Edge and loving about the crowd.
Good typing there.
Are you ever told that you look like Edge?
No.
Never.
I'm Italian. I look nothing like Edge. The thing is, when I get up on stage and you cop the moves, you put across the vibe, and you play the songs to the T, then people come up to you at the end of the show and they say, wow, dude, you look just like Edge.
2U has performed more than 200 shows nationally and internationally, and the boys say the thrill of taking the stage for the first time never goes away.
When you get people singing along with you and you get, the crowd really, really pumped, that's the best. They sing, and they sing loud.
All right. And then finally, the last segment with Brother Joe.
And this is something that we do to make a living. We make a living at it. It's full time for us. We don't work day jobs, and we shy away from day jobs, and we've gotten to see the world with it.
And they're great guys. All right, don't forget the band with the most votes gets to perform live on our show this Friday. So go to WB11.com, cast your vote for your favorite. You have until Thursday at noon. And you'll also be able to check out raw performances by each band and give you more info on what they do.
Vote for 2U.
Yeah, and coming up tomorrow, speaking of great bands, we have a lot of pressure to perform as Freddie Mercury, or the guy who is a tribute to Freddie Mercury, actually performed as well.
Going to perform fellatio?
Singing like Freddie Mercury, that's tough.
Looks exactly like
Favorite
him,
U2 album? Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree, that's
Looks
true.
just like him. What, is he dead?
Yeah, sleeping on a satin pillow with buck teeth and a load in his face.
Not too far off the mark there, Jimmy.
Ooh. All right, so Joe.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, boys. For
Good job, and we'll have everybody that's listening right now go to
WB11.com.
Don't spell out 11, by the way. WB.
The numbers.
The number
We do not need a
11.com.
new drummer. The drummer's been replaced. That drunken mess.
Oh, could you tell us,
Alcoholic to the nth power.
Brother Joe? You know I love you, but when Anthony was telling me the story before the show yesterday, I was laughing so fucking hard.
It's Spinal Tap, man.
It was Spinal Tap, exactly. You want
It
to?
really is. The guy was a goddamn mess. I mean, Poe was there, and he could attest to it.
Yeah, can you just tell the story again? Maybe there's something that.
Briefly.
Yeah.
He was in my face the whole day, basically drunk off his ass, could not speak. Gets up on stage at Harrah's and starts giving the whole room the finger.
Great. Spinal fucking Harrah's.
The man's a piece of shit. He has no idea what he threw away.
Do you have video or anything of that?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any video or audio, anything of
I
that?
only wish I did, man. It would have been gold.
What was going through your head when you realized he just decided to fuck up the gig?
I would have handed it to you guys. When he realized decided to fuck up the gig, what was going through my head?
Yeah.
I just wanted to beat his ass. I wanted to beat the boy into the ground.
Did he actually play the U2 songs, or did he just?
No, he played, but he actually told me he wanted to fuck the setup on purpose so that my band would sound like shit in front of all these people, and I'd lose the gig at Harrah's, which may have happened, may or may not have happened. But I gave this kid at least 5 shots at it. You remember the Halloween gig?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a mess there.
He was a little edgy there.
Oh yeah, he was a real jerk off.
Yeah, one beer away from getting fired, and he was on the wagon for about 7 months, fell off of it. I wanted to take the kid out, man. I basically called him out at a rest stop on the way home.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah, right.
I'll meet you in booth 3. Peek at me through the hole.
I wanted to beat his ass I told him, oh, that's it, come on, let's go. And I went out onto the lawn with him, and he turned around and walked back to the truck. I wanted to bet. This is the first guy I've wanted to kick. I've wanted to kick his ass. You know, I can't tell you how many years, man. I'm not a violent person, and I wanted to beat his ass.
What started the whole
get physical
thing?
with him?
He's basically he's a bad drunk. I mean, he's a belligerent alcoholic. He gets drunk and he goes off on people that do better than he does. B, have more. I don't know what his problem is. It's jealousy. Basically, the last thing he said to me was, "Yeah, you motherfucker, go off and live off your brother's fortune." Yeah.
Oh, so he made one good point.
Yeah.
Is what you're.
Fuck you. Fuck you too.
Hey, you hear that? Fuck you too. Wow.
Oh.
Hey, Joe, what did you two do?
Hey, what'd they do? Giving you a living.
Well, I'm jealous that motherfucker Edge makes more money than I do.
How's the new singer, Joe?
He kicks ass. Brian DeVoe from 9 Days. Absolutely brilliant. Guy's great. And
wasn't the drummer from 9 Days too?
It was, yeah, it was.
Oh, so he must have been like...
Dude, everybody knows this guy. A reputation came along with him, and I was told not to hire the guy.
Yeah.
I was told, do not hire him. Stay away from him.
So you listened?
He's trouble. No, I didn't. I gave him a shot.
All right, Brother Joe, the big plug.
All right, WB11. Go there. Vote for 2U, and then we're going to have to go to play live on the air Friday morning if we win.
That's really cool.
And head up to afterwards. Head up to Foxwoods. We're playing the Hard Rock at Foxwoods this weekend.
Cool.
Friday night.
Friday night, and then hopefully Saturday you'll meet us at the O&A Traveling Virus in Worcester.
That sounds like a plan.
All right, Joe.
Does
Thank you.
sound good.
Cool, man.
Good luck, sweet potato.
There you
All
go.
right, see you later.
2U. Vote for them.
WB11. Don't spell out 11.com.
That fucking band. Jesus H. Christ, enough. It's just
Are you getting nightmares?
Revolving door.
He should just start filming it. Just make it a documentary.
I know. That could have been the best documentary over time, just filming this whole fucking clusterfuck of replacing people, kicking people out, people coming back, people getting thrown out again. Like, over the course of the years, it would have been just brilliant.
Know what's great about Brother Joe? He's doing a U2 tribute band. This is his third lead singer, and he's pulling it off.
Yeah, third lead
at
singer.
Least, I know of 3.
4 drummers. I don't know.
I know. Yeah. How many members have been in the band?
Got to be the most, because that's what people are going to.
Yeah, that's what people are going to gravitate.
The guy they used to have looked exactly like Bono.
Yeah,
it was
remember
scary.
that guy.
What happened to him?
Supposedly his voice was shot.
Something happened with his voice. I don't fucking know.
Maybe he needs that doctor. Here's what I'm talking about.
All right, here we go. Listen, we got a few things to do and we get out of here. We got
snotty.
We got 3 stories that we haven't gotten to, and we also got a corporate email. These are always fun.
I don't like the. You mean? Is it from an important boss?
No. We all have.
The BlackBerry emails. Oh, go fuck yourself. That's why I don't even have a BlackBerry.
We've explained this from time to time,
crap.
You get corporate email that's very, very important from Eric Logan and people that, that work on the show and this and that, right? And some important updates from Washington as far as XM News goes. And then you got these dopes that take advantage of the fact they got a corporate email account, and they'll send an email to the entire company.
Yeah, that's why I threw that thing against the fucking wall.
Stuff like, hey, guys, there's cupcakes on the second floor in the kitchen.
FYI,
if some broad loses an earring, they have to send out an email to the entire company.
Looking to sell my Chevy Camaro. Anyone interested? Email back.
Table and 4 chairs.
It's so frustrating because you get enough emails from corporate to begin with, right? So I'm tooling through my email yesterday, and somebody sent out this email and thought it was so good that everyone should partake in this. It was right on top of it.
Yeah, but I thought it was like an email. I thought it was a few emails, like ridiculous emails, a collection of.
No. This was all sent out as one email. I wish I have the guy's name, but I just I forwarded it to Than, and he.
What an asshole!
This guy sent this email to the entire programming staff of XM Satellite Radio. It was an email. And basically the title is Rearranging Words.
If you're down in Washington and you got this email and you know who sent it, walk up to him in the hallway and just punch him in the face.
And rearrange his face.
Just punch him in the face, and he won't know what happened until, like, the next guy punches him in the face. Because this is the shit that drives people crazy.
I thought these guys were out of radio. I thought these type of people were out of radio.
Enough.
So, rearranging words sent to the entire XM team. The first one is dormitory. You rearrange dormitory, and you get the two words, dirty room. I shit you not.
You know what's another funny one? Just on the list? Hester Moffat, The Rest of Me.
Very good.
How about iron sulfide? Fool's gold.
Fool's gold.
Presbyterian. You rearrange those letters, and you get...
Filthy Jew? Oh, I saw Mel Gibson on the bottom of this CC'd.
And you get best in prayer.
Oh, is that awful?
Astronomer, when you rearrange those letters, you get moon starer.
Oh, it's cock up the end.
Wait, do they have... there's a funny one, the tunk. Do they have that when you rearrange it?
No, it's tongue.
How about ginger? I think you can get a good one out of ginger, can't you? I just came up with that.
Oh, hey, you're brilliant, dude. Desperation. When you rearrange those letters, you get a rope ends it.
Ginger lover.
The eyes. When you rearrange those letters, you get they see.
Wow, look at that. It does.
George Bush. When you rearrange those letters, you get he bugs Gore.
This motherfucker sent this out to everybody.
He should be fired.
That should be a term.
Satellite radio.
Get Elo.
Satellite radio is for the people that are still cool.
Ginger.
I want this guy fired.
Get rid of the dorks. The Morse code, when you rearrange that, it says, here come dots.
It's also when you say, we have Indians moving in next door.
Slot machines, when you rearrange those letters, you get...
Heather Mills.
Cash lost in me. Cash lost in me? That one... Election results. When you rearrange the letters, you get lies, let's recount. Snooze alarms. When you rearrange the letters, you get alas, no more Z's.
Where do you get the exclamation point?
Exactly.
A decimal point. When you rearrange the letters, you get I'm a dot in place.
11 that says I'm a cunt for sending this out.
11 plus 2. When you rearrange those letters, you get 12 plus 1.
Oh, my God.
And mother-in-law, when you rearrange the letters, you get woman Hitler.
Oh.
This was sent out to the entire company.
Beamed up to space.
Yeah.
Shot back down through the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right, man murdered after asking for directions in Miami. Another, which way is north? Tanning salon tapes nude customers.
Yeah.
They're all taping their customers.
Yeah, I know. Why wouldn't you?
Only a few are getting caught.
Of course you would. People shit in public bathrooms.
Do you know,
do you realize the market on the internet?
Oh, yeah.
Foundry Steve letters.
Foundry Steve,
if you redo those letters, it gets shit dick.
Wait a minute. Where's the K?
Oh, you borrow it from Derek because he can't spell it anyway.
Oh, Cody in Indiana. Cody!
Hey, buddies!
What up, C-O-A-T-Y?
C-O-D-Y. Jimmy, you fucking...
Perhaps more than that.
Heather Mills had one leg. A slot machine is a one-armed bandit.
I know, sir, I got it, but it was the only famous fucking limb misser I could think of. So, you got it.
Drummer from Def Leppard.
Oh, yeah, good point, but he's not... He's got the whole... Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. You're correct. I didn't think of that.
I love you guys. Goodbye.
All right, thanks for hurting me.
We're going to end with this. This is unbelievable. Massachusetts governor apologizes for tar baby comment. We all know what tar baby is in this room, right? He's claiming he doesn't know what tar baby means.
Tar baby. I only knew the derogatory term, but then I heard that there was a term that people do use that isn't supposed to be derogatory.
Are you kidding?
Right.
Yeah. I only knew the derogatory one.
What's
but
that
I
for?
heard that there is another way to use this word that doesn't mean black person.
Ginger.
Well, Governor Mitt Romney has apologized for referring to the troubled Big Dig construction project as a tar baby.
A tar baby.
During a fundraiser with Iowa Republicans.
Well, didn't he say that the problem was there's been just a whole jigaboo of problems?
Tar baby is a sticky situation. Yes.
A sticky situation.
Is that the original?
I've never heard that.
Meaning of it? And someone said, you know what else is?
It's something to do with a small doll.
So he covered his ass?
Tar. Back in the olden days. Yeah.
What?
A small doll covered in tar that was used for something. I have no idea.
Practice?
For what? Practice. Oh, you know, Than?
Well, just...
No one can hear you.
What does it say?
Well, I guess it gained popularity through the Brer Rabbit stories.
Right, the Brer Rabbit story where a doll covered in tar was used to catch Brer Rabbit in the, what books are those?
Brer Rabbit Chronicles.
Shut up. It's Tom Sawyer.
Uncle Remus.
Uncle Remu. Uncle Remus. That's great. Uncle Remus.
Uncle Remus.
Please.
And then the sequel, Too Late.
Tears on the pillow. Uncle Remus. Yeah. Tar baby, which was, black, but then it was used as a derogatory term. But it's known as a sticky situation, yeah.
And that's how he was using it.
Like Jimmy's sheets are a tar baby.
That's right.
But what's amazing, he had no idea that there was another
that I
definition.
Can't believe.
That's exactly. I can't believe that.
I don't know. Tar baby is one you don't hear that often, to be very honest.
Yeah.
You hear that in the lists of races. Yeah, but no one says tar baby.
No.
Plus, if he knew what the other way people use it,
why would a governor say that?
Yeah.
He's Boston. Oh.
Yeah.
He's Boston.
He also said...
I thought that guy was dead.
He himself was spooked to drive through the tunnel.
Yes. But he didn't want to pay anybody because everyone says he's behaving niggardly. We all know.
Right. Exactly.
He just didn't know.
Very difficult.
We're going to award the people that are still listening to this horseshit.
Hey.
We have 5 pairs of tickets to give away to see Ozfest today, right?
Yep.
Today, Tweeter Center in Boston. If you're in the Boston area, you could get your ass to the Tweeter Center for Ozfest. We got tickets for you. Give us a call right now as we end the show, okay? Bill Burr, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
See you this Saturday, buddy.
Yeah, Bill will be doing the O&A Traveling Virus Saturday.
Friday he's in the Hamptons.
Friday.
Guildhall.
Friday at Guildhall.
MySpace.com/Bill Burr for all information.
All right.
Or Jim Norton.
By the way, Ozfest, we want to thank Jägermeister for getting us the tickets.
Yes,
to
Jägermeister, very cool. When are we talking to what's his name with Tommy Lee?
Maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see if that's set up or not.
Is he coming in?
No.
On the phone. We're going to talk to him on the phone.
We got to patch things up before we get in person with him.
Well,
don't want any
they're going to promote
brawls
Rockstar
starting.
tomorrow, so.
Oh, what, you guys trashed him?
Of course there's a problem. How many people do we... It's a 50-50 shot. Whoever we talk about, we got a problem with.
No, not anymore.
What?
We're cleaning up old problems.
We just added in a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we gave him a lot of plugs, though, that guy.
That's right.
And he might be very good. He was a good sport, so if you need work...
He's probably still wondering if we were fucking with him or not.
Yeah,
he should be thankful.
Yeah.
All right. He did hang in there.
Did he?
We'll end with this.
All right, you would know. Go ahead. My friend Rob Cullen, I got that from.
Oh, it's a great gag.
We were out, no, just the you would know. We were outside. I would never work out when I would go on the road with Dice. I would just stand outside and smoke cigarettes. And Rob Cullen hated the gym because it was homoerotic. Rob is Wayne Newton's actual godson. I should have mentioned that, but I forgot.
Ooh.
He's a funny fuck. And we were outside smoking.
I'd kill my parents if Wayne Newton was my godfather.
Why would you do that?
Because then he'd be responsible for taking care of you. I'd be like 6 years old and kill my parents.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's a very sacred position, the Cullen family.
Godfather.
But Rob and I were outside this. I think we were in Phoenix, or we were in Vegas. It was really hot. And he said something about, man, it doesn't get this hot in L.A., or it gets this hot in L.A., and I'm like, no, it doesn't really. And because he lived there and I didn't, so I'm like, no, it doesn't really. He goes, oh, you would know. It was just such a great way to shut me the fuck up.
Shut you right up.
You would know.
All right, let's get out of here. Bill, thanks. Lou, the trucker, we end with you.
Good morning, Bubba Boy.
Lou, I'm just trying to... Lou, I'm just using you to set up a bit, so just hurry up.
Down, Lou.
Lou start all the wars in the world.
It's the Lou's.
Are you a Lou?
Dirty Lou.
Well, I was thinking maybe Brother Joe could, maybe if he heard Jimmy's audition tape, maybe he could land him a drummer then.
Jimmy did do a little drumming in his day.
Yes, I did.
And this is how we end today. Unless you got...
Hell no. We're back in the New York groove. We're back in the New York groove. Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony Show.